And with that, he takes a diamond necklace from around his neck. He places it on her chest, and he kneels over her. And as he cries, you see the teardrops fall, and the diamond breaks into pieces. I will let one of you do this. Rook, roll me a d20.
D20. Oh, nat 20!
Yeah.
You see her stir as she comes back to life. Episode 6 of Drathnor Keep begins. And today, playing with me, we have Jamal.
Hi.
A little bit more, please. Introduce your character.
Hi.
All of that stuff.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you want me to introduce? Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Playing Leovold, that one unstable wild magic sorcerer dude.
Cool.
That one dude.
We have Matt.
Hello, I am playing Rook, the Orc Barbarian.
We have Laura.
Hi, I'm playing Kenna, the Fire Genasi Drake Warden Ranger.
We have Cal.
Hello, I'm playing Brother Olari, the Peace Domain Cleric.
We have Lucius. No, we don't. We have Kira.
Hello, my name's Kira, and I'm playing Lucius Claudius Festorius, the future lord of this keep.
Ambitious.
Yes, we'll see about that. And we have Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm playing Maverick, the necromantic sorcerer.
And for those of you who don't know, Josh also streams. You can find him here. And go. And we have Kira streaming as well. Not right now. There's an underscore, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah, always. Unsure of that. So, last week, I suppose, but also last evening, we spent the evening at the ball. The ball of the harvest. The harvest ball, I should say. And you all decided to leave at approximately the same time. It's approximately midnight. But unlike most of the inhabitants of the keep, you decided to return to your rooms at Mikhail's Inn. Rook, you decided to take Neria, the young elven lass, home with you, back to the inn, for some rumpus pumpus. And I believe that also Olari chose to take home his little dwarven companion. But first of all, you must make a stop on the way as you get into your carriages and you alight for the evening. And you must stop by the Dancing Dryad and take Lorelei and Veronica Lovonavixen home. As the carriages proceed throughout the town, suddenly you hear, mostly Leovold, but all of you hear, a piercing scream. It is Veronica Lovonavixen who is screaming, and she is looking out the window of the carriage. Jamal, what will you do?
Okay. I'll take a look out and see what the hell is going on. What is she screaming at?
I would assume that you all look out the carriage at this point to see what's going on.
Most definitely.
You're in different carriages,
Yes,
right?
but you are one behind the
Yeah.
other. You would have heard this scream. It was very loud. Oh, why is that happening? Just bear with me a second, please. Sorry, you don't all need to hear every time somebody sends me a message on Discord.
Yeah.
As the scream pierces the night, you all look out your carriage to the right, and you are passing the fountain at the centre of town. And there upon the fountain, splayed for display, sliced, navel to neck, is a figure.
Can I see from this distance who it is?
It is not the distance that is the problem, it is the side of the fountain which you are. And you have all stopped in the centre of town to, the carriage has come to a standstill.
Okay. So I'd like to go to look to the front of the carriage and say, "Keep moving, keep moving. Let's not stop. Let's not stop." And while immediately after doing that, send out a communication to Maldranik.
Okay, you send out a communication to Maldranik, but you do not see your carriage carriage owner when you look out the side and across to the front. It seems he's got off, and he is standing before this figure, horrified.
I think I have no choice. Can I speak to the courtier? Is it possible for me to speak to the courtier? Tell him to get Lorelei back to the Dancing Dryad.
No,
and I want to check.
again, when you look to the front, you see no courtier. He has stepped away. He is also...
Gonna go ahead
all
and get
three
out of the
carriage
carriage.
owners are standing horrified in front of this figure. Sorry, I'm just going to fix your image on Discord. I don't know why that happened. It suddenly moved. And yeah, as you get out the carriage and you walk over, who should you see splayed up there but Kenvar? Now, you know that Kenvar wanted to show you a surprise at 11 PM, and he told you to have a look in town, 11 o'clock. He even mentioned that it may happen near the fountain. But this is
I'm
clearly
going
not the surprise he had in mind.
to walk out. Can I reach the body without stepping into the fountain?
You can.
I want to see if I can touch it, or if it's actually
As you
real.
lean in to touch the body, you see in his mouth a single rose splayed across his lips in the deepest of reds.
Careful. Can I? Levo, did you contacted Maldrana, correct?
Yeah. I've informed him that there's something very, very not good afoot.
Okay.
Did he respond?
I've had nothing yet, but
Within moments, as you look back at the keep, you see Maldranic. He appears to be walking briskly, but moving way too fast. Somebody who is walking. And all of a sudden, there he is beside you. And he says, "What troubled you so much?" And then he looks up. And he sees Kenvar's body. A pall comes upon his face. He hangs his head. He said, This is impossible. For I have just come from the keep, where I was called to the side of a different bed.
What do you mean?
And just like this.
someone
You know Ridian,
is.
Eldrin's friend.
Yes. Wait,
He was
he?
splayed on his wall.
Oh,
Exactly in
Jesus.
this stance.
With the rose?
The rose in his mouth was yellow.
Maldranic,
I-
oh, so go ahead. Go, Kana.
Did I manage to touch the body? Is it real?
It is real.
Okay.
You feel a slight warmth to his foot as you reach up to touch it. He's definitely dead, but this is very recent.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with anything, Maldranic. And I'm going to put out the picture that I drew earlier in the night to show that Kenvar was speaking to a shadowed figure that looked like the one that killed the Jula. Have a look at this. Kenvar was speaking to this man.
He hangs his
Earlier.
head. This looks like a silent emissary. And when you consider the two deaths side by side, Kenvar, Ridian, what do you know of Kenvar and Ridian's history? What do you know of their fatherhood? You have met their father, of course, but what do you know of his role?
I personally cannot recall. Is anyone else?
I don't believe I would know anything. No.
None of you know this. As you are a bit bemused, he explains that down in not down at all, east in Lornoth, there's a very interesting governmental situation, and each of the 7 lords designates a second. And both Kenvar's father and Ridian's father are seconds to the Lords of Lornoth. they would be the next in line for the leadership.
So this is a
And
political killing.
At this point, Maldranik stops Stark, and he says, "There is one more of these sons in town. Did any of you see Robus at the ball?"
We saw him briefly, yes?
No,
No.
you didn't know.
Oh.
No, I did not see Robus.
Pray tell, when did you last see him?
The other day, he came with us to fight doppelgangers and to,
Yes, I removed the curse from his hand. You haven't seen him since?
No, I haven't. He's
Do you know where he's staying?
yes, the Dusty Minstrel, yes?
Yes.
Think so.
At this point, Maldranik turns to Lady Lorelei and Lady Veronica Lavona Vixen and says, "I'm so sorry, ladies. We must escort you home. Courtiers!" And he sort of snaps his hands together, and they alight the carriage. And he says that if it is okay with you, gentlemen, we shall walk. And lady, we will pass we will we? No, we will not. Sorry. We will need to go first to Danietta's. Perhaps you should all visit your rooms and perhaps change into something a little more travel-worthy. Take the carriage. Courtier will take you pronto with the Pegasi, and get yourselves changed, get yourselves ready, and let us explore this together. I will seek Danietta and call Celine.
With my concern for Robus, I don't think I would go back and change. I think I would head straight to the Dusty Minstrel. So I would like to wait until Maldranik turns his back.
Okay, Maldranik is explaining that he doesn't want to go as one, he wants to go as a force. But if you wish to take the moment, it is more the waiting for Celine that he wants to do. It is not that he is not concerned for Robus immediately. It is that he doesn't want to come upon them.
Is it possible that I can maybe scout out the area, maybe be stealthy and look around? Hopefully.
Ask Maldranik.
Maldranik, within the light of everything that's going on, would it be prudent for me? I don't care about this suit. I can buy another one, but I would like to go there early, stealthily, to see, maybe to look for information, maybe scout.
In all fairness, Lucius, you are one of the few here that does not need a weapon. Perhaps without a weapon you might be okay. Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. Is anybody else here not need a weapon should battle come upon us?
I should be fine without one as well.
Yes, Leovold, that makes sense.
I will need a weapon.
Yes, the rest of you in the carriage. It is.
I will go as well.
It is
just
capable
to
of speeds faster than you would imagine. You'll be here within moments. Please take your seats. And as he closes the door firmly, the rest of you, Leovold and Lucius, you see that the carriage does not take off on the ground, but instead rises into the air. And it clatters to a standstill in front of the Regal Squire Inn within moments. Those of you who are in the carriage, please get out, run, get your stuff as fast as you can. Kenu, you are the first out of the carriage, and you run into Mikhail's inn, where Mikhail is sat at the bar with his head in his hands. As you walk in, you turn to see what he is staring at. And there, splayed upon the wall, sliced, navel to neck, one single rose, black, within his mouth, is somebody you don't recognize. And it is very unusual for you not to recognize somebody who is in town. Give me, as the rest of you come in, Alari, give me a history check, please. Oh, shit,
I said I wanted to go with Lucius and
okay.
I can.
You could, but you would not know, as you are not from the same land. Nope, it's fair to say none of you know who this is. Perhaps you must speak to Mikhail.
I'm gonna walk right up to Mikhail, and I'm gonna have Neria's gonna be right behind me. And I'm gonna say, Mikhail, do you know who this is?
Without any warning, Neria turns and she screams. I completely forgot she was with you. And you hear her
God.
say, "Father?"
Well,
It is her father upon the wall. And she is inconsolable, screaming, crying, scratching at his legs, trying to tear him down.
I'm going to step between
Neria.
her and just kind of
Yeah.
try to
I'm gonna
calm her down.
As the
Yeah, I'm
two of
trying
you
to
Cry.
try
hold her
and
and grab
calm
her
her
back.
down, Mikhail turns to, who is not trying to calm her down, Maverick, and says, "I don't understand. I was gone for about 30 seconds. That is all. And as I
And
came
you-
back,
You
this
didn't
was
see
it. I saw
anyone,
no one. Nothing.
didn't hear anything.
Nothing. Utter silence. And as I came back, this was it.
Silent indeed.
But so fast. And not a drop of blood spilt. This
Do you know
cannot
this
be.
man's name?
Yes. I'm surprised you do not. This is Valius. And Valius is a man of great power, great wisdom. He is a lord, you know. A head of government in Lornoth. He has travelled here on diplomatic reasons. He was a Tellurian originally. Born in Lornoth, but he's been a Telluria for many, many years. Until only last year, when he ascended to governancy in Lornoth. And he had come to bring us some diplomatic news, obviously, as a Halganian citizen. It was a huge benefit for us that he sat upon the council in Lornoth. Influence grew purely by his presence. This is truly horrific.
Well, apart from Robus, do you know if there are any other lords or seconds in town?
Not that I know of. I mean, there is, of course, Diplomat Kurkan, but that is slightly different. I mean, he is indeed a lord at Lornoth. He is one of the council, but he has been positioned here for a long time. He is the ambassador to Halgania. But surely, I'm so sorry, you must wish to get to your rooms. You've had a long night. This is not what you wanted to see. This is not how you wanted to spend your evening. And at that moment, I will leave you guys there for a moment. Lucius and Alari and Leovold. As you go forward to the Dancing Dryad, to the Dusty Minstrel, you are held back by Maverick ever so slightly. It's clear he wants to go first. And then suddenly, with a snap in the air, Danietta steps out in front of him. And she says, "I don't know what you've called me for, but we have bigger problems." And Maverick looks confused and says, "Bigger problems?"
Maldranic, or?
Yes, he will always be Maverick and Maldranic. I can never get the two of them the same. Maldranic looks confused and says, "How can we possibly have bigger problems? We have 2 men dead." She says, "My lord, make that 12.
12.
You... all children. Children. No older than 6. 10 of them lie dead within the main hall of the ball. There was a curtain, as you must remember, covering the window, and it was unveiled. We don't know how. It just peeled back, and there they were. 10 children, each splayed. each with a different flower in their mouth. One child had nightshade in his mouth, and well would you know the effects of that if he was alive at the time. But the most bizarre thing is these bodies looked fresh, like they'd just been killed, but not a drop of blood spilled from them, and I have taken them down, and they are frozen in time. Their whole bodies stilled after the wound has been cut. They are at their last breath. I removed the spell, and then they breathed their last breath and died.
Maldranik,
Yes.
is there any chance this is connected with what we witnessed in the inn before?
I mean, there is a long jump between an assassination for political gain and ritual killing of a child. But
There is.
you are correct that the Silent do carry out political assassinations. Danietta, have you made any link between the children? She sits and she thinks, and she says, what sort of link? And he says, well, you see, we found Ridian and Kenvar dead, and we go to seek Robus. She goes, oh God! Oh Lord. That sort of link. My lord, these children. 15th, 14th, 13th, 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, and 6th in line for the throne. Maldranik, who is 5th? He hangs his head and says, you know who's 5th. And she has not come to my call. I'm sorry, children, you must check out Robus alone. Celine is 5th in line to the throne of Algania, and I must find her now. And with that, he's gone. Just gone. As the three of you in the tavern we restore with you, Mikhail has offered you bedding and a room and whatever. Clearly that is not what you were interested in. He also has sent out a runner who has gone to find Nilari's, well, closest confidant is the best way of saying it. A friend. And soon, you see that, shit, I'm really sorry, I've got the wrong note page open. You see Felicity from the Dancing Dryad in her nightgown arrive at the door as you are all stood in shock looking at this body, and perhaps now is a good time for you to get your weapons and get back to your friends. There is no more you can do for Nilari here. As you go to your rooms, each of you gather your weapons up, and nothing seems amiss, any of you. I shall let you get your weapons and rejoin us in the carriage, and shortly we will
I
reconvene.
summon Shakar
Of course.
to my backpack.
And as the carriage whisks you back, the six of you reconvene outside the Dusty Minstrels, a short distance away, with Danietta. And she shakes her head and she says, right, bear with me one moment, and she casts something. She looks up at the town and she says, there is magic present. We must go fast. And with that, she opens the door wide and she runs up to the tavern owner. At this point in time, it is quite late, and the tavern owner is not present, but her husband Selek is. And he says, well, good evening, my lady, is there something wrong? And Danietta doesn't even stop to reply. She says, what room is Robertson? He says, why, room 5. And she bounds up the stairs. The rest of you, are you following?
Yes.
Yes,
definitely.
I'm also casting
Mhm.
aid on the three of us as we go up.
I'm afraid you're going to have to tell me which 3 that is, as all 6 of you are present.
Sweet. Then that's going to be Lucius, Rook, and I'm going to give this last one to Kidda. You guys all you can add 5 to your maximum hit points.
Thank you.
Okay, as
Thank
you
you.
reach the top of the stairs, you see through the gap in Robus's door, a young man knelt at the foot of the bed. His head hung. You hear him singing gently a low tune. You've never heard it, it's unusual. But Danietta leans on the door and it creaks. And he looks up, and you see somebody who looks similar to Robus, but not identical. He says, "Have you come to see Robus?" And
Yes, where is he?
He just points at the wall that is behind you as you walk in. And Danietta enters, and those of you who are wishing to will be able to follow. Lucius, you are going in?
Most definitely.
I'm also going in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll say that all 6 of you slowly crowd in, and there, splayed upon the wall, a single white rose between his lips, is Robus. Danietta touches his body, and his brother gasps. You may have worked out that it's his brother, but he hasn't said anything as such. He says, "Please do not touch him. His body is sacred to our people." And she says, "I must." And you see her put her hand towards Robus's brother, and he sort of slides back on his feet. And as she caresses Robus's side, it rises from the wall, and she lays it down gently upon the bed. And she puts her fingers to his neck. She shakes her head and she said, "It is as I feared. But this magic I shall not dispel. For if Selene is available and Maldranik, perhaps we may discern something from this magic together." And the man speaks. He says, "What magic? What magic is upon my brother?" And she turns to him and she says, "Kamut, you are in danger this evening. This is not the only death we have had this evening. We have had 10 children in line, albeit distantly, to the throne of Halgania, in this exact manner, but with different flowers, splayed upon the wall in the ballroom. We have had 2 of the seconds to the lords of Lornoth. No, there were 12 bodies overall, is what she was saying. Now 13. Now 14
also
if you
found-
count the inn.
We also found Lord Valius
Oh
at
my.
the inn.
He is no second, he is a lord. Oh, so many strands, so many people, so many men. We must to the keep. Kamut, please stay with your brother. In fact, no, that cannot work. Please, everyone, step back. And she pulls a rod from her pocket, and she throws it upon the ground, smashing it into 1,000 crystal shards. And before you see a portal. She says, "Right, no secrets. Through we go." And she steps through, and she pulls through Kemot with her, and the body of Robus floats with her. Will the 6 of you step in?
I would like to take a second. Leovold,
course.
please warn
Yes.
Maldranik. Please let Maldranik know what we found. I'm sure Daniela would do it, but I'd rather it be sooner rather than later.
It is fair to say that if you just look at the portal, you will see Maldranik.
Oh,
He is
oh,
the other
perfect.
side of the portal. That is where she's going.
Can I check the room at all, or do you think it's futile?
Yeah, of course. Make an investigation check.
I want to look out the window. Is there anybody
No.
watching?
Yeah, not good. It's an 8.
Okay. You are able to discern that there is a large chest at the foot of his bed. In fact, all of you give me a perception check. Perhaps you might see something that you did not investigate. You see that upon the wall, Lucius, even with an 8, you would see indentations as if the body was... the strands of the holding the body were nailed into the wall. But as soon as the body was removed, those nails are gone. It's clear they are part of the magic that Danietta dispelled.
21.
Right, you see a large chest at the foot of his bed. You see his coat hanging upon the wall. And in the edge of his coat, you see a small piece of paper just ever so slightly outside of his pocket.
Guys, there's something here.
This is
I don't-
clearly the coat he would have worn to the ball, as hanging next to it is his suit.
What does it say?
I'm gonna gingerly reach out and pick it up by the corner.
Okay, what languages do you speak?
Draconic, Elvish, Goblin, Primordial, and Common.
You do not know what this note says.
Can anybody read this? Hand it out.
Okay, can anybody read this?
What is it written in?
Let me just have a look. Sorry, you said primordial, correct? But you did not say celestial. Is that correct?
Correct.
Right. Do any of you read celestial?
Read Celestial.
Okay, you are able to read this note. And it is a long detailing of gifts for Lord Naras, King Vanyan and Lord Bantus. And one other name on there, which perhaps you would recognize. This name is Mordalin. That is Mordalyn, and you would know him to be the Lord of Telluria. A long list of gifts is detailed for all 3 of them. And below this it says, "My son, you must carry this mission out as if your life depends on it. I know that you and your family have not always got on. But you and I are father and son forever. I hereby name you my second." And it is signed. It is signed. That is as much as I can give you right now. Havat. That is H-A-H-V-A-T. And you would know this perhaps to be one of the 7 Lords of Lornoth to whom Robus was second. You know that Robus told you that his family are from from Garena. So you would know that he is not born into the family of Havat. But as said here, it appears that a relationship was formed between them. Perhaps over years, perhaps over months, you wouldn't know. The chest at the foot of his bed is ever so slightly open. As if it wasn't quite closed properly or closed in a rush.
I'm gonna go check out the chest.
Give me an investigation check, please.
That's a 6.
Okay. You see amongst his things a crystal ball, a small dagger, a couple of wands, a cloak. But you are not able to discern anything specific.
Okay, I'd like
Somebody
to.
else would like to have a look. Carry on, Mary.
I'd like to very vaguely use my wand of identify on any number of items in said chest.
Yes, these 2 wands are definitely magical. In fact, one is a wand of identify, and the second is a wand of lightning bolts. You see that there is a crystal ball of higher magic that you are unable to identify, and the cloak itself is a cloak of elven kind. But these are, whilst magical items, they are not specifically very, very rare magical items. As you all see him waving this wand, Kenner and Leovold, you're probably closest. Give me an investigation check, please.
Will do. The original perception check was a 20, and this investigation check is a 12.
Yeah, Kenna's perception check was high enough for all of you.
15.
Sorry, 15. There we go. That will do. You are able to discern that although there is nothing in particular about this chest, there is a gap, the shape of a cube on the right-hand side, as if something has been removed from that area, and you can even see the slight outlinings of dust around it. Alari, as you read the note, you would see the items in the chest listed for Lord Bantus, but there is one item that is listed that is not present. And this translates roughly to Cube of Communication. At this point, Maverick's head comes through the portal. Please! I understand you are worried for your friend, but you must hurry.
Just don't want to miss anything. Shall we go?
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's go through.
As you arrive through, he says, I'm so sorry. I understand that you are grieving, and I understand that you are investigating, but right now we believe that speed is more important than accuracy. And he gestures towards the wall.
I think it's safe to say we took everything that was in the chest to hold on to
That's
in the
fine.
meantime.
Okay.
Okay. What does he gesture to at the wall?
And there upon the wall you see Clementine, assistant to Korkan, but of no particular relevance that you know. And Maverick says, I don't understand this. This is not... She... Clementine was a lovely girl and of a noble family, but of no political importance like every other body. This is
Family.
most strange. Her family are fine, we have informed them. She... Yes, sorry. I really can't get those two switches right. This
Yeah.
has no logic, but there is one piece of information that perhaps could be the link. Korkan is not present, and these are his rooms.
Can I take a look around in this room as well?
You can, but it is fair to say that anything in this room that would be of importance has already been found by Maldronic, so I won't waste your time.
I'd like to turn to Maldronic and say, could you leave us alone in this room for a moment, please?
Is it only me you need to leave?
Well, ideally, just leave me and my party here.
Please, Maldronic.
With no explanation, you ask a lot of trust. And
It
a
will only
lot
be
of
but a
faith in
moment.
your own abilities. Perhaps... He turns to Danietta. Can we ward them in? She nods. As they step to the door, you see them place their hands upon the walls. And you hear a strange silence, as if all the noise of the night has been cut out. Now that they believe you are safe, they step outside the room, leaving you alone.
Okay, the body's nailed against the wall, right?
No, it has been low. Yes, sorry. Yes. Sorry, I was thinking of Robus. Yes. Robus lies upon the bed. But on the wall, yes, the body is nailed to them.
Okay, so first I'm gonna go over to Robus's body, standing over it. I'm gonna motion my hands over his body, and as I do, my 3 spirits are summoned and mimic the same motion of my hands, and as I cast Memories of the Fallen.
Oh no.
Oh yeah!
Josh, not again. I'm so sorry. He's not dead yet.
What?
He's one breath away from death, frozen in time. I did tell you this. However, give me an Arcana check.
This is 17.
Also, spontaneously, I'm really sorry. As you investigate the wall, you do take 2 points of piercing damage from a sharp object. I apologize, I missed that. And Rook, as we went through the chest, you also found something else. I'm really sorry, Twitch. I was a little lost in moments and completely missed the redemptions. That is... Oh, okay. Rook, you've gained yourself a pair of gloves of the hairy moose. When a character puts these on, his palms grow hair for 1d4 days. Any attempt to remove the hair makes it magically grow back. Sorry.
Alright.
Yes, and returning to the moment, what was your Arcana check?
If I said a nat 20, would you believe me?
No.
It was 17.
17? That's enough. You realize that, should you wish, you could break this spell. But you would be killing him. And already you have been told by Danietta that Maldranik and Danietta may be able to do something with this magic, perhaps even cause him not to die.
Sounds like
Okay,
everybody
it's the
tonight.
same. It's the same magic that's on Clementine, right?
Yes, she is also possibly at the moment of death. May I ask, do you have detect thoughts?
No. Okay,
Yes,
I'm
that
gonna
would work. I'm really
I'm gonna
sorry.
turn to the group and say, okay, guys, listen. I know what I'm gonna say is a little ruthless, but let's say that the Marjanic and them lot can some way do something with Robus so that he lives. That's fine. But Clementine seemingly is no important, as mean as that sounds. I can undo this magic, which is going to cause her to die, which she kind of is dying anyways. But in doing so, we can find out how she died. I'm not
Maverick,
going to make the decision myself, but we could find out more information on what happened.
Kenna, you were saying?
There are like 12 other people dead today. You maybe
didn't
want to go
Danietta
check one of
say
them
she had
out.
already removed the spell? Yeah.
On the 10 on the wall, she didn't remove the one on Clementine. She
think we
removed
have-
it unknowingly, not realizing that they were a moment before death. The magic on everybody else has been left as it is.
I'm assuming that the reason why they did that is to stop any of the clerics from using Speak with Dead. But
Let them die or get a chance to speak with them.
Yes, just while we're here, Josh, would you mind just reading Speak with Dead for me? Which I'm assuming is what you would like to... Oh no, you want to... Memories of the Fallen, sorry.
there's the fallen.
Just read that for me. Yes, it's a homebrew, right?
Okay, by performing a 1-minute ritual on a corpse, you can gain insight on how that creature died. If you already witnessed the creature's death, you instead gain another random memory from the corpse. This feature can only be used once per corpse. Yeah, that's it.
If he died here, you would see a random memory.
Yes, perhaps, but Clementine is the possible one here that we should kill. Quite frankly, and it may sound terrible, I don't care much for Clementine at all. Robus is more important to me, and all of you are more important to me. We need to figure this out. Maldranik may not like it, nor will Danietta. But if Maverick can glean something out of the situation, and Maldranik speaks of haste rather than accuracy, this may be an acceptable loss.
Completely disagree.
If they can save Robus, they can also save Clementine.
But we can't save anyone if we don't have more information on this, and so far, everyone is clueless.
Tell us
As I
again how that
understand, your
spell
spell will
works.
work just well on the ones that
what
are already dead.
Josh, what we are getting at is that if you witness the death, which you will if you break the spell, you will gain a random memory of the fallen, not memories of how they died.
Because they'll be dying once you dispel them.
It was random? I thought it wasn't random.
Yes, it's a
You'll
random
be
memory.
watching how
Should
they
you
died.
not see how they died? But he would
Well,
not
if
do
God
so.
is good, he'll give us a good memory.
I think that you may wish to divulge slightly, perhaps, in this situation.
Is there a rose in Clementine's
Explain
house?
what you want to do to perhaps somebody else. There is not. There is a flower, but it is not a rose.
I, as the Evolved goes to speak up, he clutches his head, a shooting, searing pain blasting through. The air around him starts to crackle, and an arcing bolt shoots through Leovold, like being struck with lightning. Leovold is now stone.
Okay, and at that moment, it is very clear that Maldranik will drop the time stasis, the protection on you guys, and come in.
James, was you hinting at me using that spell?
You might just wish to tell them that you have the ability. But anyway, back in character, Maldranik comes in and says, "Magic? What magic happens here?" "Oh," and then he looks over to Leovold and he says, "I'm so sorry for interrupting. One of the things the spell does is protect from magic from the inside out and the outside in, and well, oh." He places his hand on your shoulder and nothing happens. He looks a bit surprised and he gestures for Danietta, who pulls a wand forth and uses stone to flesh. You're back with us, Leovold.
What happened? Oh my god, my head hurts.
Yes,
What the hell happened?
You may wish to clutch onto the ring that you were given. We
Oh,
should go
good
to Celine's
job.
rooms before we decide what to do with this magic.
Danietta, we need to see the bodies of those who have already passed.
Why?
We need some more insight.
We currently have clerics looking into the memories of those that died, speaking with the corpses, but they are children. Their memories do not form the same way. We have not as yet been able to glean any information of how they died. And perhaps if we do take the magic down, we may be able to speak with these bodies in death. That is something that is within our abilities, and we have considered it, but right now we would like to see if we can keep them alive. As for speaking to children, perhaps that can be arranged, but surely, and she looks to Maldranik, surely we should find Celine first.
Perhaps we can find Kenvar's body, if it hasn't already been removed. Or...
No, Kenvar's body is being kept in my rooms. Danietta says she has transported it to her rooms at her shop. And I will be more than happy for you to inspect the bodies of every one of the fallen, one by one, if we cannot save them. But right now, if we can save Celine, it'll be one of the greatest deeds we can achieve.
Well, let us fly then.
The problem is we don't know where to look. We've tried her room, nothing.
Where did we last see her?
She was at the ball, Maldranik says. And
Who did you leave with?
Celine would not leave with somebody, but I believe she may have gone for counsel at the Dancing Dryad with Lorelei, as she didn't leave until after you people did.
Just to be sure, Maldranik, you did see Selena, so you danced with her at the party. Do you remember her having any type of effect you can concentrate on to locate object?
Yes, I could. I know of her, the things she would never not carry with her, but I didn't think of this. This is remarkable. Kira, what is the range on detect object?
Oh shit, 1 second.
Is it 1,000 feet?
I think it's 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
Whilst we take this moment, I'm gonna slip on that ring and clutch on
yes,
this
that's what
ring.
you meant. At this moment, he concentrates. He says, "Up! Up! We must go up!"
Perfect, let's go.
And the race is on. So, as you leave these rooms, Kurkan's rooms are on the second floor from the top of the keep. As are a couple of others. You know that the only rooms above you are those of Lord Bantus, Lady Felia, and Maldranik himself. And as you ascend the stairs, you hear a raucous racket of noise. This is something... It sounds like It sounds like an entire magical battle has been condensed into perhaps a minute, and then all played simultaneously.
Where's this coming from?
And this is coming from both Maldranic's room and the Lord's room. And it is at this moment that you see the splitting of loyalties. As Maldranic races to the room of the Lord, but Danietta goes to the door of Maldranic, believing that that is where Celine would be. However, as you reach the doors, you realize that this is happening in both rooms simultaneously because it is not happening in either room at all. As you take a step closer to the door, you are transported in a way. It feels like you have entered a strange atmosphere. Think of the spell that Maldranic cast only downstairs, as the noise outside of this area seems to still. And now you see Celine, Lord Bantus, and Lady Felia. The wall of the room has been blown off, and they all stand in battle with 3 hooded, robed figures. Please, roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wait.
And just bear with me a second as I put this up.
God, fuck.
Oh, bloody hell. Please work. Come on, please work. It'd be really nice if this would work. Hey, there we go. Okay. Can I take your initiative, please, starting with Kenna?
22.
Beovold?
10.
Lucius?
24.
Brother Alari Slade?
3.
Maverick?
19.
19.
Yes.
Rook?
6.
And that gives us... Just bear with me, I must roll initiative for Maldranic and Co. Okay. So as I said, you see 3 shadowed, hooded figures in front of you. And what is most bizarre about these shadowed, hooded figures is that underneath they do not appear to be human. In fact, they look like this.
Not Noob Cyber.
You have seen this face before. Down in the sewers. The cultist, when you pulled his hood back, was robotic. Something you had not experienced before. First of all, we come to our battle map, please. Come on, you're here somewhere. You're here somewhere. I must have missed it twice. Let's try one more time. Oh, there we go. Okay. As the 6 of you enter at the beginning of the room, we have with us Maldranic, Celine, Lord Bantus, and Lady Felia. And they stand, Lady Felia and Lord Bantus. Oh, sorry, Danietta, you can come too. Are standing holding the figures against the wall. Slightly in front of you are Maldranic and Lady Danietta. Against the wall, you see these 3 shadowed figures. This room is quite large, but we come first to Lucius. Lucius,
Can I
you
ask
are
one quick question?
40 feet away. Yes,
Is that a wall behind them, or is there still a large
that
gap
is a wall.
behind these?
That is a
Right,
wall.
they
They
are
are
up against
against the wall, and you are just inside the room. This is as large as the room will get.
Right.
It is 50 foot across and 50
So
foot wide.
they have them against the wall holding with magic, I'm assuming.
No,
not-
no, they have. The fight is going between them, but it is clear that the three have backed up to a wall.
Okay. Well, then 40 feet is enough for me. I'll run right up to. Which one is Lady Philia? Number 5?
Lady Felia is number 4.
4.
Lord Bantus is number 5. And in the centre is Celine, number 3. Number 1 is Maldranic, and number 2 is Lady Danyad.
I'm not sure if you can tell me this. How do they look? Do they look badly damaged, hardly, or?
The enemies and your allies are all. There are marks, there are slashes, burns, cuts. There are shattered objects all around the room. Sorry, one important piece of information I haven't given you. Lord Bantus and Lady Felia are not in human form, but instead stand before you as full celestials. And they emit a shining light, a radiance from within.
I will walk up 10 feet and I will face step.
Mm-hmm.
I will face step between the third and first enemy,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to make. Let's see. They have to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 12.
They cannot fail that.
Impossible. Okay,
Sorry.
that's fine. All right, but I'm there, and on the third enemy fighting Lady Felia, I will unarmed strike.
Okay. Swing to hit, please.
18.
As you swing, a magic blue shield comes up before them. You would know this to be shield.
Cheers. Yeah. Okay. Then I will spend a key point to do patient defense, and then wait my turn. Restarts my turn.
Okay. Sorry, you spend your key point to do what?
Patient defense.
Okay.
They have disadvantage attacking me.
Of course. I don't think they're likely to attack with weapons, but we'll see. Kenna, you're up.
I'm going to move up. I'll cast Hunter's Mark on the third one.
Are you sort of going here-ish, or are you going to the side?
Between 5 and 3.
Okay. You're going to cast Hunter's Mark on the third? Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I believe that is all I can do this turn.
You're not able to attack? Is Hunter's Mark not a bonus action?
Oh, it is! Oh, look at that.
I'm assuming you'd like to attack number 3.
Yes,
You
yes.
have just
I'm
seen
going
him
to
use shield,
shoot
but go
number
ahead.
3.
Roll to hit, please.
Natural 20 plus 9.
You will hit. Please roll your damage. And don't forget your Hunter's Mark damage.
Oof, that's
And
good.
the timing of that music was beautiful.
Oh,
So that's 6 plus 12, that's 18. Plus
Yes, for
5,
those of
that's-
you wondering, our cat, mine and Josh's cat, has got to wear the cone for 10 days. It's quite sad. Sorry, Kenny,
It's,
your damage?
21 damage plus an infused d6, which is 4 fire damage.
25 total damage. Pray tell, is your magic weapon? Is your weapon magical?
No.
You see that the enemy appears to have a stone skin activated. But nevertheless, your damage still hits. And will be a total of... The fire was 4, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, that appears to be a total of 15 damage.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Maverick, you're up.
I would like to move kind of to the left of the Lord. And I will take out my whip, and I'm gonna try and wrap it around E2's legs to knock them.
Okay, roll to hit for me first.
That's a nat 1 for a 7.
That does not hit. Does that conclude your turn?
It does.
Okay. Leopold, Alari, and that is also, it's my room, don't worry. Danietta and Lady Felia and Celine will all need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Dex save, okay. 21.
21, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Brother Alari?
12.
Okay, Brother Alari, you take 36 lightning damage.
Alrighty.
Leopold, you take 18.
Right.
Okay. That brings us to Lady Danietta, who rips a wand out of her pocket and slams it down. Brother Olari, you may restore your health, as can Leopold, as she casts Mass Heal. You also see the three, more importantly, your three comrades, Celine, Lady Felia, and Lord Bantus, seem to regain their vitality. Wounds upon them are sealed. And that brings us to our second Archmage. And you must all make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh dear, that's an 8.
That's a 13.
That is a 19 for me.
Okay, quite simply, if you got under a 17, you take 11 damage. If you got over, you take 22 damage. If you gain over a 17, you take 11.
Okay, this is not time to fuck about. I have one request for people, if anyone can. Get Lucius away from them. I want to do something. I have something in mind.
It's fair to
If someone
say,
can move Lucius
Lucius
more than
might
20
be
feet
alright.
away.
Well,
No, Lucius will die if I do this, if Lucius
Okay.
is not 20 feet or more away.
the next move is Lady Felia. And actually, it is quite remarkable. She makes a slash with her hand in the air, and you see pure shining light appear on what you would call E3. He seems rended with pain. Leopold, you're up.
Okay, I can't do what I was going to do because otherwise this would instantly kill Lucius with no chance of any of him surviving. So,
He might be
desperate
alright.
times, desperate measures.
He might be alright. Somebody might res him.
Hold your turn.
Can you raise from 13d6 fire damage?
He might even die.
What, from 13d6?
Yeah, because he's not going to fail a dex save.
Well, it's half on a successful save, isn't it? So,
Fine. I'll speak for you, Lucius. He'll be fine. Don't worry about him.
I will say this: as the dodge action, I do get advantage on dex saving throws.
I think all I'm going to say, Jamal, is play this in character. Would you really hesitate in character,
see, I really wouldn't
or
want to
would
hurt
you have any
Lucius.
control?
I do have control with this one because this is not actually magic that I'm doing.
Oh,
Remember, you gave me an item. So I would like to immediately ask into the room: is there anyone here that can save somebody from death? Does anyone respond?
I can stop them from dying.
I have a healing potion,
uh,
and I also go next.
Danietta sort of looks at you with sort of confusion in her eyes, as if to say, what are you going to do? But Celine turns around and says, Leovold, use everything you've got.
Everything.
Everything.
Okay.
It's be fine, Leovold. Do what you have to do.
I'm so sorry, Lucius.
It is fine.
I pull off one of the necklaces that I had on hand, or pull out one of the necklaces. A sizable number of glowing red orbs. I pull 5 orbs. No, sorry, 6 of the 8 orbs off this necklace and throw them all at the wall directly behind.
What's your dex saving throw?
That would be a DC of 15.
Interesting.
Oh, let's go.
This is your necklace of fireballs, correct?
Yes.
I'm very intrigued by this. Spare me a sec. This is fair to say that you're centering the spell at the back of the room, yes?
Yeah.
So that is a 20-foot radius sphere?
Yes, 20-foot radius sphere.
Okay, so only Lucius needs to make the saving throw. Okay, one of them succeeds, but 2 of them failed.
I pass with a natural 20.
Good man.
Lucius might just be okay.
Lucius,
This is 45 base damage.
that's a 22
Or
for
reductions.
Lucius. At this point, you see that a couple of the mages appear a little flustered by this. But they seem to like your idea. Does that conclude your turn?
That does conclude my turn. That's all I can do at this moment.
The last
I'm
archmage
so sorry,
cackles
Lucius.
and raises his hand. Yes, every single one of you except for Lucius. Make a dex saving throw, please.
Oh shit. That
I
was
mean,
Natural
if another
20.
nat 1, that's a 3.
I don't need the exact numbers. What I need to know is, what I need you guys to know is anybody who got under a 17,
Holy shit.
Yes.
you take 22 points of fire damage.
I'm
Anyone
down.
over a 17, you take 11. Apart from Lucius, who's fine.
I'm down.
Okay. That brings us to Celine. Lucius, you feel yourself dragged magically. Make a wisdom saving throw, or decide that you are willing to be dragged by Celine. It's up to you. If you want to go willingly, then you don't need to make the save.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to take off my burning coat, then look back at my party and let myself be dragged.
She brings a spear of holy light down in the center of the room. That is a mass cure wounds.
Does that pick me back up?
22 HP to anybody in range. Yes, it picks you back up.
Excellent.
I've rolled the weirdest 3 22s on 3 different type of dice rolls. Between 68 and 88 and an 86, and I've rolled 22 every time.
That is odd.
Oh, we all get 22?
You do. And that brings us to Lord... No, it doesn't, sorry. Won't skip you. Rook, you're up!
I'm going to run up to the right of E3.
What's your movement speed, Rook?
My movement speed is 30.
You will be
I'm
stopping
gonna,
here.
I'm gonna bonus action use aggressive, which allows me to move my movement speed to like double, so I can move another 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to attack recklessly with my battle axe.
Okay.
A 17 to hit.
Sorry. This is the one that used shield. You have all attacked the one that used shield. Luckily, Kenna knows how to nat 20, but the rest of you... it has a bit more AC than usual. That does not hit.
Oh, that ends my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Lord Bantus. Lord Bantus sees what Salim was doing, but he also realizes that he would like some people in the front line. Lucius, are you willing to be pulled?
That is fine. Get me in there.
He puts
Poor
you
Lucius getting pulled
behind-
all over the place.
Well, no, I mean, Celine pulled you out and he's going to put you back in, and then he also is going to charge in, hoping to give you the opportunity to flank the enemy he's running at, as the three of you surround the mage. And he takes forth, he sort of swings his hand and it looks empty, right? But as it reaches the enemy, it glows with a radiant light. Okay, you're not the only people with nap ones. Brother Larry Slade, you're up.
Really feels like we're fighting outside of our weight class here, guys. We're still doing this? It seems like they're really into doing this. Alright, watch out for each other. Rook, Lucius, taking them Bolding Bond. I'd heal you, but I think are we all healed?
Mostly.
I have 45. I'm good.
I'm still bleeding, but you know, it's not major. I'll live for now. But if I get hit by another thing, I probably won't.
So anybody not planning to not attack soon?
I hope not. I
right.
think it's fair to say that's as much conversation as you can have in a turn. Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw out my Unbolding Bond and I'll finish my turn.
Okay.
I might move to the side a little bit so they can maybe not be hit by the next fireball thing that kills us all.
Is that a D4?
D4
It is.
for turn.
Lucius, you're up.
I'm going to pull my longsword and strike.
Excellent. Roll to hit, please.
23.
That'll hit. Don't forget your D4. Is it D4 to damage or D4 to roll?
Is it D4 to whatever you want?
It can be applied to damage as well.
No, I'm sorry. No,
okay,
it isn't
I didn't
damage.
think
It's
so.
attack
Yeah, cool.
roll, ability
Okay.
checkers.
Ooh,
That is 16 damage.
he appears wounded.
And then with that, I'm going to use my bonus action to unarmed strike.
Okay. You swing with your right hand, you slash across his chest, and then you punch out with your left, hitting him across the
24.
jaw. Please give me your damage.
13.
As you punch his jaw, you see that his head clicks back. His throat appears, his neck appears broken by your punch, and he falls to the ground, dead.
I'm not going to let him fall. I'm going to grab him by his neck and walk to the next one.
Brutal. Okay, you arrive up at number 1.
All right, that'll end my turn currently.
Kenny, you're up. You can transfer your hunter's mark without any real difficulty, can't you?
Yeah. It's moved to E1.
Yep. Okay.
I want to move over to the left and up so that I'm just within 15 feet of E1, but not within 15 feet of Lucius.
There you go.
And I'm gonna cast Burning Hands.
Ah, excellent. Is that a DC to hit or a dex saving
It is
throw?
a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
DC
He
14.
gets a 5.
And E2 as well, it's a cone.
Oh. He gets a 6. No, a 3. Sorry, a
Nice.
3. Isn't that one?
That's three. Okay, so that's 10 fire damage to all of them.
Okay. Some good damage from the party. I like it.
If I have any movement left, I'll move a little further to the left.
Yeah, you do. You have 15 foot of movement speed. Let's put you all the way over there. Okay. Maverick, you're up.
I'm gonna try the same thing on E2.
Go to hit, please.
Hopefully hit this time. That's a 17.
You see the shimmering of his mage armor, but this does hit. Your whip tangles around his legs. Are you attempting to pull him?
I am.
Make a strength check for me, please. Ooh, good luck.
That's an 18.
That's equal. I'll give it to you. You are unable to pull him any closer to you, but you are able to pull him to the ground. He is prone. He also rolled an 18. However, his was a nat 20. But yes, I'll give it to you. Does that conclude your turn? Oh, do you want to roll me damage as well, please? On your whip?
Sure.
Yeah, that might be relevant. Don't forget the bonus damage. I believe it's an extra d4, correct?
Yeah, and I'm gonna use my ring to cause my whip to set on fire.
Yep. So the total damage is 10. Correct?
That's 17.
He's pissed.
I missed a little. Was that a weapon attack?
It was. You hit the hunter's
My
mark.
dragon will infuse the whip attack.
How much damage?
And a d6. 4.
Sure, I'll roll it. Why not? Oh, lucky you. That's a 6.
Okay, that's better. I did say 4, but
Oh,
if you
sorry.
want to take the 6.
I thought you said sure. Okay, he is pissed. You feel around you time begin to stop. First of all, I need... Who's that? Lucius. Give me a charisma saving throw, please.
This is a 5.
Lucius, you are incapacitated on the ethereal plane. The rest of you, make a constitution saving throw, please.
Whilst in the ethereal plane, I will take my quarry that I take in, and sit there, fold my legs, and wait.
That's another nat 1 for 5.
Anybody below a 17, you take 30 points of cold damage.
I'm down again.
You're not the only one. Lady Felia is down.
How much damage?
30 if you got a below a 17, 15 if you got above. And lastly, he takes 2 steps to the right. He provokes an opportunity attack from... No, he doesn't. We're in a time stop. Takes 2 steps to the right next to his friend. Rook. Does a Does a 31 hit you? Thought it might.
I'm afraid so.
Rook, you take 39 lightning damage. Sorry, you didn't take any damage from the Cone of Cold. I didn't see how far to the right you were. So, if you... Did you take 30 or 15 from the Cone of Cold?
I took 15.
Okay, so instead you will take 24 damage, and that'll give us the exact damage of this grammatical.
Alright.
Okay, that brings us to our next mage.
Who's prone, remember?
He is one. He will use his movement speed to get up. And he will cast something strange. I need Kenna and Maverick to make a strength saving throw, please. Maverick, are you down?
I'm down, I
Okay,
can't do
you
anything.
take 1 death saving throw fail, and are pushed back.
Oh, 18
Beautiful.
plus 2.
Kenna, you are able to withstand the force of being pushed back. However, you do take damage. You take 29 force damage.
I'm down.
Okay. And you're not the only one. As Celine is also down.
Fuck.
You can see that Danietta is panicking. Why has Maldranik not acted? She screams. And she takes a wand out and she fires it at Maldranik. You see a spark of lightning hit him in the shoulder. And she screams, "Do something!" Time stops around you again. And you see Maldranik raise his hand, and a lightning bolt comes forward, followed by a second lightning bolt, a third lightning bolt, and a fourth lightning bolt. I'm assuming I don't need to roll damage, but I'll give it a go. Yes, they're dead. He obliterates them both, and he turns to the party as the time stop finishes. Lucius, you're returned from the ethereal plane as the spell breaks. Where the fuck is
I'm still holding that other mage.
Oh, good.
I've crushed his neck a bit more, but I've returned.
He turns to you all and he says, "I'm so sorry, I hesitated, I just..."
Why in the fuck did you hesitate?
It's been a long...
You're-
It has been a long, long time since I saw these people.
Whilst all this is going on, I'm going to take a quick look around us. Who's down at this moment in time?
Lady Felia, Lord Bantus, Maverick, Kenna, I believe, and yourself?
I'm not down.
Oh,
but
you're not down. You
I'm
got up
very
again,
wounded.
didn't
Okay, so first person I'm going to run up to is...
It's okay.
Okay.
Lady Danietta begins to step to each one of you, tapping you on the shoulder with a small wand. You receive a cure wounds, each of you, including those of you who are down.
I throw the body at Maljanik's feet. Your duty is to this keep. And you let this happen.
Son, my duty is not to this keep. My duty is to the world. 1,200 years ago, I fought these exact creatures. And I watched my brother die, my mother die, and my father die. They killed dragons, golden dragons. Forgive me if my fear caused me to hesitate. I lost my family to these people. And I'll tell you one thing for free. These people did not kill tonight those that you see with the roses in their mouth. And he pulls the robe off of one of the mages, revealing a full robotic body, mechanical body. These events must be linked, but they are not the same. Celine, how long were you fighting before we arrived? Celine turns and she says, "My lord, we were fighting for 4 hours. I had not the magic to break through. You should have seen the wards upon them when they first arrived. They arrived with daggers. Luckily for you, luckily for me, I was in the same room as Lord Bantus and Lady Felia. We were in this very chamber discussing the disappearance of Diplomat Korkan. I don't know if you've heard, but he has gone missing. And so soon before the trade mission." Maverick nods. By the way, you may all take a short rest.
Will we fill full health from the cure wounds?
It was 43 points of healing.
Yeah, probably.
I assume so. It is fair to say you fought a little outside of your battle, but you did well. And for that, you have leveled up.
And once again, I'll take the opportunity. I'm so sorry, Lucius, for having to set you on fire like that.
While Leovold is talking to me, I'm going to pick up the mage that I dropped and look at Maljanik. This is for me. I'm taking this with me. And I'm going to turn back to Leovold. It's no problem. My face is still slightly singed and my coat is ruined.
I'm so sorry.
As I walk past Leovold, I'm going to stab the sword in the floor. It's no problem. I'm just going to drop the construct, and just stare deeply at it.
I'm gonna walk up to Maldranik and say, what, besides fighting them, what do you know about these things?
They are created with these, and he reaches down and he pulls a rod from the back of the thing's neck. And it's about this long in length. He shows it to you, and you've seen this before. This was on the construct you fought in the sewers. But these were a different beast. Magic like you've not witnessed. Probably in your life.
Do you know where they come from?
I know where they came from. That is impossible. For we put them down long, long ago. The Simic hybrids were enslaved and taken away on ship by the Drow. These are not the same. They cannot be the same. He holds a bracelet to his ear, and he speaks. Casterius. And then everything else after that is in Drow. Do any of you speak Undercommon?
I do.
You would hear him say, "Are the servants still under control?" And then he nods and he says, "The Drow still have the Simic hybrids under control. But the magic they created, the magic long, long ago, they created in Luvela. And Luvela has closed its borders. We must fortify."
Except that they've started moving recently.
They close their borders, as in, they don't let anyone in. Or out. Maldranik shakes his head and he says, Is there anything that has happened in this keep that you have not told me in the last few days?
Have we? The sewers, the beggars.
Yes.
The sewers? The beggars? What of it? Oh, I'm really sorry, we're still
It's
listening
been a
to
long week.
scary battle music. Let me just change that.
Oh, this is perfect, actually, in my opinion.
Not for the next bit. Yes.
I believe I still had the rod, the one that pulled from the construct.
You do?
I will pull the rod from my bag and show it.
Minor magics, but the same magic. Forgive me, I must do this. Please, step back. And he lifts the corpse and he puts this minor rod into the back of its neck. You see this mage sort of shudder into being. And he grabs it by the face and shoves it up against the wall. Says, "Speak to me of your master. Although you hear no sound come out, you see Maldranik's face in concentration. He's hearing something, even if you are not." And then he turns and he says, "I apologize." And he gestures with his left hand and the sound is made out loud instead. And this crazed robot voice is simply shouting, "Lyric, lyric, lyric." And he says, and Maldranik says, "And where?" And he says, sorry, I've lost the name of the place. Enkara. 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 And then Maldranik says, "And how long ago were you sent?" 40 years. Maldranik looks confused. And he says, "How long ago were you sent here?" 2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours. And with that he twists. And the head is removed. And he pulls the rod out. He says, "These rods enable power but they are of different quality. The one you have handed me is of simple steel. He gestures to the other ones, and you see that the rod is of adamantite. And with there, we should take a break. Welcome back to Drathnor Keep, episode 6.
Oh, that's
the
better.
party
It's
have
working
just a lovely little battle.
Yeah, lovely.
They've also leveled up.
Nearly died.
Well, that's the way a good battle should go. You are now able to see these bodies, these strange cultists. They repeated the name Lyric, which you didn't recognize. But they also told you the name of the capital of Luvelo is where they'd come from. Only 2 hours ago. Maldranik turns to you all and he says, the mission to Teluria is now vital. Is there anything else about these strange events in the sewers you wish to tell me?
This note.
He reads it. He says, we have not got until the 31st. You must go now. I will focus on a few other things and see what I can do, but I believe that you may be okay. But you know how to call me if you need me. Celine, will you go with them? Celine nods and she says, I may need some time to recover my abilities. And he says, oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot. And with that, he takes an orb from his pocket and smashes it upon the ground. And all of you are sort of slowed down. You feel like lethargic, like you're moving through thick mud. He says, take a rest, return to me. You have 12 hours, and after that, your 5 minutes will be up. At this point, it is fair to say you cannot interact with anybody else, because they are also outside of this orb. So, we will say that the party takes a short walk to Mikhail's, a long walk to Mikhail's, goes to their rooms and sleeps. Go on.
Before we go to Mikhail's, I'd like to take out a piece of paper from my bag,
I was gonna say
write
the same
something on it, and then as we leave the keep, I want to slip it under Alamo's door.
Okay. And Kenna?
I'm just going to pen a letter, address it to my parents, and leave it on the bar at Mikhail's, saying I will be out of town.
Cool. You are able to take a rest, you are able to gather your items, and as you reconvene, strangely in the room of Lord Bantus, as that's where the spell originated, you go in and the Lord is fast asleep with his lady, and Maldranik seems to have put a strange wall up, if you like, of magic between them and you, so that they are given some privacy. And as you return, he says, I understand that you will be going into danger for me. Please, I have some things for you that may help. But before I do, did you find anything on Robus's person, or perhaps in his things? He was sent here on a diplomatic mission.
I'd forgotten. I
Understandable.
think I grabbed it and I pull everything out.
He looks over the items. Is this everything? There's
Something was
something
missing.
missing.
There was something else, wasn't there? If I remember, was there?
He was bringing a
notes?
cube of communication so that we could communicate freely.
It was gone.
This is a disaster. If you see a cube approximately 8 by 8 inches, it is glowing silver, and when you place your hands on it, you will hear a voice. You must return it as swiftly as possible. With our wards down from Teluria, there is very little protection we have. Now, some things to help you along your way. He hands each of you a superior healing potion. He then turns to Lucius, and he hands you Strange dagger. This is a dagger of venom.
What is this for, Argenic?
It is a little unusual in its make. It won't survive a hit more than once. It'll shatter when you stab someone with it. But when you do, the effects are quite incredible. When you add your dagger of venom, you will roll the damage 12 times when you stab with it, and it will be broken.
I will need a moment. Oh, okay. Here we go. It's working now.
Okay.
Who is this intended for?
Anything and anything you have to fight. I fear for all of your lives.
I'll be back in 10 seconds grabbing
Okay.
this tea now, as mentioned prior.
Maverick. He hands you a small crystal orb. And he
What's
says,
this?
quite simply, son, this is a fireball. But not a fireball in the way you know it. No, he knows you do not know fireball, but he has seen fireballs.
Well, then, in what way do you mean?
When you throw this, it will suck the enemies in and then explode in flames. It is a one-time use, but I think you will find it useful.
Thank you.
You may sense a theme with these items. They are all single use. To Brother Alari, he hands a small necklace. He says, throw this upon the floor, and you will stop time briefly, perhaps allowing you to recover your companions. This is a single cast of time stop.
Whoa.
To Kenna,
It's very valuable.
That is strong.
To Kenna, he hands a dart. A dart? A dart? A fucking dart? Brain? He hands an arrow. Apparently you've been firing darts from your bow all this time. He hands an arrow.
I was honestly expecting this to be a dart dashing from something and doing 3 damage.
And he says, this arrow will unleash the fury of dragons upon your opponents, but just once. Use it wisely. To Rook, he hands a bottle. He says, when your time of need comes, you must drink this. And you will become more than you already are.
Oh.
And to Leovold, he hands a ring that matches the ring that you were given by Celine. And he says, you wear this ring exactly the same way as the one you wore of Celine's. But this does the opposite. When you have no other answers, grip this ring and place your thumb upon the gem. And your
Is there
wild
something
magic
that this-
will truly shine forth
Okay.
in all its
Is
power.
there something is there some way of distinguishing the 2 rings apart from each other? Because I don't want to be accidentally using the suppression ring when I need to be using
They
the
are
other
identical,
ring, or
so
vice
put them
versa.
on different hands.
Okay. Right. Okay. Does someone have a knife that I can borrow, or a chisel, or something that I can use to inscribe the band of the
You
ring
wish to
that
mark
they're
the ring differently? Here, perhaps
Yeah,
this
I
will
want a
do, and
permanent
he
marking.
raises his hand over it and the gem turns black. One is black now and one is green.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you.
Although,
that's going to be
Leovold,
much
you know that using the ring just once will consume it, correct?
really, using this ring just once will destroy it. Okay.
When your magic shines forth in its full glory, little will stand between you and true power. I
Okay.
cannot give you that forever.
I understand. Yeah. That's fully understandable.
Also,
It's not
as you
something you need to work with.
investigate the sewers, this might sound strange, but keep an eye out for flowers. Every victim tonight had flowers in their mouth. A strange happening, but usually a mark of a particular assassin Silent have employed before. If we find it, he will be near. Sorry. Right, okay, thank you, Josh. Sorry, I was reading the note that Maverick had written to... what is going on? Strange happenings today on Twitch. Strange happenings as Lucius gets bigger and bigger as it seems to just keep cropping you over and over again. It's very strange. Okay, at this point you are tasked with returning to the chamber in the sewers. And I shall let you go there pretty quickly. And you return to the site where the water was. Leovold, you know where the spot is, but you must do something about it.
Do something about what exactly?
The water covers the tunnel.
Oh, yes. Okay, so once again, I shape the water around, creating a sort of pushing water away to the side from the tunnel, and then using the same thing to snap freeze the water in place. Now, unfortunately, because of the events and the mental state, just using cantrips does have consequences.
Good. And of course,
Consequences were avoided once for the first cast of Shape Water. Consequences were not avoided for the second time.
by the way, that ring that I told you about,
Yes,
when the wild magic is enacted, it is me that will tell you the results, not your wild magic table.
understandable. Okay.
Leovold's gonna kill us again, isn't he?
Surprisingly, no. As the water freezes, the sort of frostiness of this backfires and shoots up my hands and surrounds me. I now have what appears to be a frosty barrier covering the entirety of me.
Sick.
This gives me temporary resistance damage.
Nice. And at this moment, you all are able to descend into the chamber.
To clarify, the haversack was left in my room in the inn.
Very good, as was the pouch of holding.
Yes.
We return to our strange dungeon. No, that's the sewers. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, I seem to have managed to make that vanish. That's alright, we shall leave this scary picture up for now. As you enter the room, you see upon the altar one black gem. And you know that turning this clockwise will take you in one direction, and turning it anti-clockwise will take you in the other. But you do not know where these lead. What will you do?
I'm gonna walk up to the stone and turn it anti-clockwise.
As you do, you see the portal on the wall change to a strange shade of green. The portal you came through originally. What does the party do?
I have pulled out my bow and am ready.
You all ready yourselves for battle? Who will step through first?
I'm going to go ahead and cast my Emboldening Bond on Rook and on Lucius.
Yep, sorry, Cal, you seem to have got very quiet.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to just go ahead and cast Emboldening Bond on Rook and Lucius right now.
Of course.
I'm going to take a piece of paper and look at the orientation of the gem, of the stone, and then I'm going to, each time we step through, I'm going to mark where it goes.
Okay.
Well, here goes nothing. I'm going to step through.
I'm going right behind him.
And I'll go right behind Lucius.
It is fair to say
Nice.
all 6 of you make it through, unless anybody wants to stay behind. Good decision. And what you see are 3 red-robed figures facing away from you over what appears to be 3 coffins. And they are chanting and casting some form of spell upon the bodies. They are distracted and as yet have not heard you. As you look over to your left, you see a strange symbol upon the wall and an altar, but with no gem. And as you look over to the right, you see 3 simple beds. Nothing else is in the room. This is a dark stone room. It's drab, and it is approximately 45 foot by 45 foot. It is square. Behind you, you see the portal leading back. What does the party do?
Were the rods visible before? Like,
No.
would we know to be able to see them?
No, you'd have to
Okay.
put your finger into their neck to pull it out.
While I'm here, can I would think I would take to the party just to try and hide, and I would like to draw that symbol.
Of course. As you do, you see a strange 7-pointed star. Well, 8-pointed star. An unusual symbol, but one you do not recognize. I mean, I know you might recognize it, but you don't recognize it in character.
Yeah. So, as I'm whispering to everybody, what do you think we should do?
Oh, sorry, my microphone was muted. Did you show the symbol?
I didn't. I can. Just bear with me a second. I'm going to have to go and play
Just
some
for
different
reference.
campaigns, so...
Yeah,
Were
that's
the
fine. That's fine.
coffins open?
Sorry?
Were the coffins open, or were they shut?
You can't see. They are behind the bodies. This is a very bad sketch of the symbol, but it will do for now. Just to show you what it looks like. Oh, you can all see what I type. Let's call it that instead then. Just before I type exactly what it is. Did that not work? Oh, there we go.
Oh. Okay. Nice.
So in reality, this has one difference to what you see here. Well, two differences. First of all, the backing is black, and everything you see in black is white. And
Okay.
a radiant string of light points from each point to the edge of the symbol.
So basically, it's just inverted from what we see.
Inverted with
the
a
light beams.
with a single light beam from each. Yes. None of you would
Okay.
recognize this. But as you are talking, you get a chance glimpse at the face of one of the red-robed figures, and they do not share the same robotic face as you saw before. They instead appear to be wearing masks. Can I please find this fucking image? There we go. And beneath, you see that their skin is human, or at least humanoid. These are not the same robots you have just dealt with. But they turn back, and they still have not heard you.
What do you want to do?
Well, maybe before we start picking fights with powerful cultists, we should see where the other portals lead.
Tell Maldronic where we are. Well, we don't know where we are. Is there a door out of here?
Only
At
the
the
portal you came
portal
through.
that we
There is
came
no
in.
door.
Maybe we
I'm-
should check each portal and then let Meldranic know.
I think we should inform
Celine
Maldranic that we
turns to
found
you
the
and says
cultists
that
anyway.
she is informing Maldranic every step of the way.
Understood. It
She
may
is
be
with you at
prudent-
this point.
Wait, who's with us?
Celine.
Oh man.
It may be prudent to do as was mentioned and check the other portals and come back to this one.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, I go back through the pole.
All of you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll step back to
Okay. As you do, you see that the black gem is back to its original position. The portal has been used twice, therefore it now faces back towards you. This time, do you wish to turn it clockwise?
Yeah.
Sure.
If you turn the portal clockwise, you see a dark red portal on the wall. Will you step through?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Nice up there.
Roll initiative, please.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
Oh man.
And the sad thing is, Josh knew that one way was easy and one way wasn't. Just didn't know which was which.
To be fair, I forgot about that and didn't realize there were only two portals here.
Okay. Can I take your initiative, please, Kenna?
15.
Leopold.
17.
Lucius.
This is an 8.
Brother Alari Slade.
Another 3.
Sick. Maverick.
14.
Rook.
13.
And let me bring up Celine's character sheet. Ooh. And let me fix the music, as it appears to have stopped. Where are we? Sorry, lots of character sheets. Can't always find the one I want. Little bastard thing. Okay. She rolls a... That bodes well for you guys. That's a 2. So that is a 5. As you step through the portal. Who went first?
I did.
I was second.
Rook. You take... 10 points of force damage as 4 missiles of magic go into you. Sorry, let me drop the battle map. Oh, I don't even have enough. Okay, I'm gonna have to use those as enemies. Actually, do we? Maybe not. It's a lot of combat for you guys today. Good luck. No Maldranic to save you this time.
I mean, we easily could have beat that last battle.
Oh
by
yeah,
ourselves.
you were fine.
Yeah.
Even without the mass heal. Didn't need that.
I was unconscious, but I'm sure it was fine.
Who is that who has advanced across the map with no warning? Is that Rook? Yes. Okay. And worst for all of you, you are all standing in the same damn place. That is Maverick and Brother Alari. And Celine. Sorry, I know this is a little slow, but it's worth doing to give you guys a map.
Whose dumb idea was it to check the other portals?
I think some maverick idiot.
Actually, I hear his name's Maldranic.
It often is. But you don't need number 8. You see them standing in front of you. Cultists, one and all. And
Just a bunch of human cultists?
you took your, well, humanoid.
Humanoid.
Hmm.
Okay. Everybody, Constitution saving throw, please.
Ah, fucking hell.
With a +5, a 10.
This
If
is
you
a 6.
got over a 14, you take 10 damage. If you get under a 14, you take 20. Anyone a dwarf? Didn't think so. Tragedy.
Oh, my
I know
microphone's
Dwarvish.
fucking muted. Oh, I was saying I'm using my Tides of Chaos ability. So I gain advantage on one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
So I rolled a con save again. That's a 21. So 10 damage.
Okay, 10 damage if you got under over a 14, 20 if you got under.
Was that poison or acid?
It was poison. Okay. And then a lightning bolt comes towards you all. Need a dex save, please.
Oh crap.
You're alright. You're
Nah,
absolutely
fail.
fine. That's alright.
15.
Anybody over a 14, you take 4 lightning damage. Anybody over a 14, you take... under a 14, you take 8.
I got 14 exactly.
Then you take 4. That is a success. Leovold, you're up.
Okay. I am absolutely fuming, and I just scream at these motherfuckers, "Fuck you all!" and immediately pop 3 sorcery points to what's this thing here? Where is it again? Okay.
Before you do anything, I'm just gonna yell. Do you guys think we should just turn around and go back to the portal?
Make a perception check for me and look behind you.
Oh God, it's not there.
When you
It's
already
not there?
know what you're going to see, it's not there.
It's a 16. I got a 16.
Not only is it not there, but it appears to be solid wall. And
Never mind. Continue.
As you look over to the cultists, you see a black gem on the wall. And you see that one of them has turned it. That is why there is no portal.
So I look at the biggest big bad in the room.
Yes, all 8 of them look identical. Pick one.
Oh.
I
Okay.
mean, they're all wearing masks, but you know.
Well, fuck. One of them gets disadvantaged then on this save.
Okay, I will tell you which one is the strongest because I'm nice like that, and he will get a disadvantage. What is the save?
Dex DC 16.
Well, it's the B, surely.
Yes, I know which one it is, but you guys do not. That is a 16, a 20, a 9, a 24, a 17, a 14, a 13, and an 8. What was your DC, sorry?
Yeah, DC 16.
Okay, you have 4 failures and 4 successes.
Okay. Fireball shoots that into the middle of them. They are all hit with the fireball, and the failed saves take 31.
And really conveniently for me, enemy 1, 2, 3, and 4 failed. Enemy 5, 6, 7, the other way round. 5, 6, 7, 8 failed, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 succeeded, which makes my life a little easier. Okay.
And what did I roll? I rolled a 10. Pick a random creature within 60 feet of me.
I picked Celine.
Oh dear. Celine is poisoned for 4 hours.
Oh, Celine is not poisoned. That's good.
Okay.
Celine's a bit special.
Celine's fucking magic, I swear. Well,
She
we
is
knew
magic,
that, but
quite literally.
quite literally, yeah. But yeah, no poison for her then. Okay, good save.
Okay.
Good call.
Con save, please, everyone. Oh, sorry, Leovold, does that conclude your turn, or are you moving?
Yeah, that does conclude my turn. I can only cast a fireball.
I just wonder whether you wanted to move.
Oh yeah, I'll move. Definitely round to one of the corners of the room, away from the party, so at least I don't get fucking nuked to death.
Possibly.
Unless they go for me.
Spray on this. This is... Yes, you're all hit. If you got over a 12, you take 9 points of poison damage. If you got under a 12, you take 18.
I'm down.
Oh wait, I've got resistance to damage, haven't I? So that do I take half from all damage I took?
Yeah. Maverick, did you say you're down?
I'm down.
Are you sure you gained HP when you leveled up?
Yes.
Sick.
I have 32 max HP.
Right, okay.
So you said it was 16 damage from 4, yeah?
Yep.
Alright, so that's only 8 damage and 4 poison damage, you said? For a save?
I can't see the effects. Can anybody remember? I have no log for that.
You said a 9, yeah?
9
so you
if
ran me
you...
down to a 4?
Yes. It was 9
Right, so I
if you
only take
failed and
that.
18 if you 9 if you succeeded, 18 if you failed.
Oh, 9 if you succeeded? Oh shit, okay.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Okay.
I took a total of 12 damage from those. Jesus.
Josh, it's your HP that's killing you, not your... not me. The next one places his hand upon his shoulder, and then on the shoulder of the person next to him, and the shoulder of the one next to that, touching 3 people in turn. And you see that their robes shimmer with a strange blue light. Kenna, you're up.
Which ones are shimmering?
These 3. 2, 6, and B.
Okay. I'm going to cast my Hunter's Mark as a bonus action on E1.
Okay. Can you cast it without line of sight?
I don't have line of sight?
No, you have two people directly in front of him.
Oh, my thing's a little blurry. I'm at E4.
Right,
Sorry.
okay, yep, that's fine. Are you also stepping anywhere, by the way?
I'm going to lean down and cast Cure Wounds on Maverick.
Oh. Where's the heal?
That
Thank you.
is- Well, don't thank me yet. That's 6 health. Good luck. And then I'm going to move to the right as far as I can.
Okay.
And up a little, if I can.
And that brings us to Maverick.
Okay, how far away are we from them?
35 foot. And knowing Leovold's propensity for throwing fireballs at people, you may need to think about how close you wish to get. Although what that leaves Rook doing, I have no idea.
Yeah, I got something on my sleeve.
Okay, I'm gonna move all the way far to the right.
Okay.
Um,
By the way, the distance on that throwing orb of yours is 50 foot. Should you wish to throw it, it is 50 foot, you can throw it.
and then, my 3 spirits appeared and fuse as they turn into green-black mist that surrounds me, and I cast Force Life at the 3rd level.
Laura, your arrow unleashes the fury of dragons upon the target it hits. And it cannot
Okay, is
miss. It cannot miss.
Is that in D&D Beyond, or do I just not know what it
No,
does?
I will tell you what it does as and when you choose to use it.
Okay.
But it cannot miss. Maverick, does that... sorry, what did you conclude your turn?
I did. I gave myself 18 temp
I
HP.
thought you might. Rook, you're up.
Alright, I have a crazy idea.
Sick.
You said it's 35 feet to the wall,
Yes.
to where they are? Would it be like 40 to the back wall?
Yes.
I could get to the wall, turn the stone, and get back here all in my turn. Now,
You
the
will
only
provoke
problem with that...
5 opportunity attacks.
Yeah. I could.
I don't normally say these kind of things, but I would recommend against that.
Alright.
You
will
couldn't
die.
recommend us not going in this portal?
No, I'm just not going to let
Well-
somebody sacrifice themselves willingly in front of 5.
I'm gonna go up to a little. Put me up like, yeah, right there to the left. Left a little more.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
what's
right there.
coming.
I'm going to shoot my wand of lightning bolt right at the big dude.
That is 3 failures. Give me your damage.
I think you got. I think I did 8d6 last time.
Yes, that's correct.
2, 6, 8, 11, 15, 21, 6. That's 30 damage.
Enemy 3 is down.
No, I shot it at the big dude.
Yeah, but it's a 5-foot cone.
Oh, is it?
Is it not? It's not chain lightning, is
Oh.
it? It's a
I don't
5-foot
know.
cone. Yeah, it fires lightning bolts.
Oh shit! All right.
E6 is low. Be
All
a
right,
pierce.
and
Unfazed.
well, that's gonna actually. So I bought a standard healing potion way back when,
Mm-hmm.
and you said the one I bought counts as 2.
Each one of them,
standard?
each one of them require 2 separate drinking actions. So it's basically you have 2 standard healing potions, not 1.
Okay, so I could use one now and one another time.
Mal Dranik kept the items from Robus.
What?
I was answering Alora's question. Okay, you drink one of those
sorry.
as your bonus action.
Can I use that as a bonus action? or
All
is it only
potion
an
drinking
action?
is bonus actions in my world.
Oh. Oh yeah, I will drink one as a bonus action.
Fantastic. Okay,
What is that?
you tell me. Potion of healing,
What's
standard.
Standard.
Has anybody got the D&D up?
Standard.
Otherwise, I will go and find it.
It's 8d4 plus 8.
Well, that's a superior potion of healing.
Yes, no, he's drinking the standard one. That's 2d4
Oh,
plus
sorry,
2.
sorry, so 34, yeah.
Yeah.
2d4.
No, yeah, 2d4 plus 2, yeah.
Okay.
All right, I heal for 6,
Um.
and that's it. I'm done.
Okay. Alari. Make a dex saving throw, please. Sorry, charisma saving throw, please.
A 14.
That's a success. Congratulations, nothing happens to you.
Oh.
Okay, I need a perception check, please, from whoever hasn't been yet. So, Brother Alari and Lucius and Celine.
It is a 15 on my part.
D7.
27. Lucius and Alari, you know that this is an illusion. The rest of you see a large dragon coming out of the hand of E5 and roaring towards you. You gain a disadvantage on your next saving throw.
We do?
No, those who did not
okay.
get to roll perception yet.
Oh,
But if
understood.
you roll your perception check on your turn and you beat a 15, a 15, you will not be subject to that disadvantage. Lucius, you are up.
Okay.
And
In the
also
initiative
invisible.
order,
Where are you?
yeah, I am invisible.
There you go.
In the initiative order, Olara, you're next, correct?
After
think so.
Celine, yes.
Okay. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to move between E2 and E4. I believe I can get there, yes?
I don't know what's your movement speed.
40. 40.
Easily.
Okay. I don't want to risk it. Okay, I'm going to take 2 strikes. So I'm going to strike E2 and then I'm going to strike E4 separately.
Okay, roll to hit, please.
$23 for E2.
That hits.
15 for E4.
They both hit. Give me some damage. This is on E2 first. He's
16
dead.
for E2.
He's dead.
And this is for E4. Another 16.
He's not so dead.
Okay.
He's wounded.
He's wounded.
Bloodied. Not dead.
Not dead.
Sorry, E2 is dead. And E3 is dead. Killed by our Great Rook's lightning bolt. Lucius, are you disengaging or using a bonus action?
No, I'm going to use a bonus action. I'm going to trust my party. And I'm going to use patient defense as a bonus action.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
Please make a charisma saving throw.
That's a 6.
You will walk in the opposite direction of E7. To your full movement speed. That's convenient for you, isn't it? Imagine that. However, you are incapacitated for a minute. Unless you make the saving throw at the end of your turn. DC 14 charisma.
Understood.
Oh, thank fuck. Okay.
It's quite convenient, actually. Selena was wondering what to do. You've just solved that problem.
Yeah, I was slightly worried about, I'm not going to say what it is, but I know what it is I was worried about, and it wasn't fireball, but yeah.
Question: does my patient defense go away since I'm incapacitated, or?
What does it say? Is it concentration?
No, it just says I spend 1 key point and take the dodge action as a bonus action.
No, you'll maintain that for the rest of your turn.
Okay.
Celine is going to do something rather clever. But she's kind of funky. Let me just clear these things. As she fires a spray of light from her hand. Oh bloody hell, that's a mission to roll. Whatever, I've done it now. Dex saving throw times 6. Well, there isn't a number over a 6 there. Okay. Enemy 7 is dead. Convenient for you, Mr. Lucius. The spell is broken on you. Enemy 5 is dead. Enemy 6 is dead.
What did she cast?
Prismatic spray.
It's a spray. I knew it.
However, you have a problem. As it is now, the last of their turns. Actually, no. I think that is quite simple. He screams a word in a strange language. Selena's dead.
What?
Is he?
Was that power word kill?
Yes. He didn't like that prismatic spray. Brother Alari, you are up.
Can't really do anything about that. And that is full dead, not death, like saving throws or anything.
Yes. She can be resurrected, but only with resurrect.
Yeah, that's a little bit of my pay grade.
Yes. just
Okay.
a chance. Good luck.
You're on. Cool. Rook might be a little bit too far. I'm gonna activate my channel divinity, activate my bond of peace. I only need to get within 5 feet of someone to for them to be affected by this. I'm gonna try to
What's
just
your
sort of like
movement
run a circle. 30. I
And
did
is
not
that a
use
bonus
my long
action?
I got here. It is not. It is my action.
15, 20, 25, 30. The only person you wouldn't be able to hit is Leovold.
Leovold, I'm sorry. Everybody else, you're going to get. It's going to be 2d8. That is going to be D&D Beyond Freezing.
Wait, what was that? Sorry.
Yeah, he's still calculating. Hold on.
It'll be 11 HP to everyone other than Leovold.
Thank you.
Is anyone
brother.
still particularly far down?
Does that conclude your
Yeah,
turn?
before I heal myself,
How are you healing yourself?
I'm going to cast a Healing Word, which is a bonus action.
Cannot cast 2 spells in one turn, brother. Oh, that's not a spell, is it? It's a divinity.
That's not a spell,
Okay,
it's
carry
my
on
channel
as you were.
divinity. Nope. I'm just going to do that at a second level to heal a certain amount of health that'll let you know as soon as my thing stops freezing on me. Nine.
Okay.
I'm going to shout to the room. I don't think I can bring her back to life, but maybe if we run, we can find someone in town.
Well, at this point, that concludes the round. Maverick comes to a portal in front of you. Maldranic comes to a portal in front of you. Why did you call yourself Maverick? Where's the help in that? And he stares at Slane's body in pure shock. He doesn't get a turn till next round. But it's clear he is devastated. Now, Alari and Rook, deck save, please.
Is this something that I can see?
Yes, very much so. There's a lightning bolt coming towards your face.
Alright, so I have advantage.
Sure. God, oh, did you rage at any point? You didn't, did you?
I have not reached yet. The first one wasn't that one. Alright, 16.
23 points of lightning damage.
Down.
To who?
Oh, Rook, you got a 16. You take 11.
11.
26.
And 23 for Alari.
You're just hitting those two?
Yes, it's being fired by number 4. He was firing in a straight line, 5 foot wide.
Right, okay. I just wanted to make sure if I was in range or not, that was
Okay. Leovold, you're up.
all.
It is fair to say at this point, Maldranic shouts at all of you and says, use what you have been given.
What I've been given.
Perhaps he's not directing this directly at you, Leovold, but you can take it as you will. But the rest of you have been instructed, certainly. Those of you who may not have negative effects. If you use yours, it's up to you, Leovold.
Okay. Well, yeah, I am going to be using mine. Yeah.
Okay,
Wild magic
you
can be triggered
cast
on this
3
roll,
spells from my list and make 3 wild magic rolls. All of them are extreme.
Okay. Yep, and the fireball itself is,
However, it is
cast
fair to
on
say
making
you are
as well.
looking at the guy who cast Power Word Kill, correct?
yes.
You are
I'm
casting.
casting a fireball at his face.
You are casting Time Stop.
Okay.
1 extra round.
Yep.
You are casting. Excuse me. Where the fuck is that gone? Dance Macabre.
Okay, you'll have to go through that effectively
Threads
after I
of
resolve
dark
the fireball.
power leap from your fingers to pierce 5 corpses you can see within range. Each corpse stands up and becomes undead. They will all be zombies.
Okay,
and they will
I'll
all
resolve that
attack.
after the fireball then.
Well, I'm just telling you, you have just raised 5 zombies.
Oh,
Um,
right, well, that can't resolve after the fireball that I've declared I'm casting?
Oh, sorry. Did you tap the ring or cast the fireball?
Yeah, I'm tapping the ring and casting,
Oh,
aren't I?
no. When you tap the ring, it casts what it wants.
Oh,
What
right. So I'm
this
not
is.
like tapping
You
it and
think
then
you're casting a
it's-
fireball, but it is going far further
Right.
than that.
Okay.
And your final spell, is a meteor swarm.
Okay.
Oh no.
However, this is a concentrated meteor swarm. It takes up a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
So I need you to roll, please, 20d6 damage. No, 40d6 damage. He failed his save.
Yeah, I'll roll the 20 first for dodging and then 20 for the fire.
Yep, that's fine. Well, it's not going to make a difference. Just roll all 40. It's gonna be
Was none of the cultist robots?
no, these were humanoids.
That is 178 and 187. Split between the two types.
Terrifyingly, he is not dead.
He's not dead from being meteor swarmed? Holy shit.
No, your bludgeoning damage definitely hit, but
Okay. The other two dead?
so I did not. It is in a 10-foot radius, so yes, bang, they are floor.
Well and truly
Very murdered.
eviscerated.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gain an extra turn, and 5 zombies appear around the boss.
Okay. For the extra turn then, I shall also cast a magic missile at 3rd level.
Okay. Give me the damage, please. And then make 4 rolls on the wild magic table, 3 of which will be extreme.
Okay,
The
so
damage
that's
first, please, because
2,
this could be crucial.
5, a 5, a 2, a
It's
3,
not going to cut it.
and a 2.
It's not going to cut it. That is 7, 12, 15, 17 damage, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
And in
He
wild
stands,
magic.
but he is clearly wounded. Well, he'd be a bit worrying if he wasn't.
Right, okay. And extreme tables. First one is any spell with a casting time of 1 action could be cast as a bonus action.
Okay. Is that for you or for people around
This is
you?
for me.
Okay.
And then the next wild magic is make a wisdom saving throw against my spell save DC. If I fail, I'm polymorphed into a wolf for a minute.
Roll that one last.
That one's being failed anyway. So I'll take note
That
of
will
that.
be last. Yep.
Yep, wisdom save. I mean, sorry, not next extreme magic. 42. I get an arcane eye for an hour.
Sick. Got an arcane eye and
And-
you're a wolf?
Yeah, and a moderate one.
No, you do not make the moderate one, and the damage from your magic missile didn't hit. We should have rolled those first. Because if you're a wolf, you're not casting magic missile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, that's a given. But you do have a turn as a wolf. Would you like to make an attack?
Fuck it, yeah, I'll charge up to the thing.
35 foot? Yeah, sure, go for it. I'll give it to you. It's a wolf.
What's the wolf's
Roll to
white
hit,
attack?
please. It's +5.
Okay. So 17.
No. Sorry.
Doesn't hit?
No.
Shit. Okay.
That's right.
Well, that's my turn. Can skeleton things attack as well? Or is that-
They will have their round next round. Kenna, you're up.
Gotcha.
Oh boy. Well, my hunter's mark moves to him,
Of
and
course. Are you firing
I
the
will
arrow
unleash
or
the
your
power
arrow?
of dragons.
Sick. Okay, I need you to roll 4d6 6 times. So that is 24d6.
$18 for the first batch. Terrible. There's 8 for the second batch.
Oof.
17 for the third batch.
Go ahead, go.
Oh, that's really good. 12, 17, 19.
One more. Maybe
We
two.
said one more.
No, you've got 2 more rolls, but
2 more.
2 or 3.
That's also really good. That's 20.
Ooh, you bring him to his knees with damage. With your final hit, please describe his demise.
That's over 14. He's dead?
He is dead. Describe his
He's
demise.
dead. Okay. I don't know exactly what the arrow looks like. I'm just going to assume it's on fire.
It basically, you breathed with the power of 6 different dragons for acid, fire, cold, lightning.
I'd say it just all
Radiant
kind of it like the arrow hit, and then the magic all just kind of swirled around him in a tornado, and then just all zoomed into the center,
Beautiful.
crashed into him all at
As
once.
the cataclysm awakes, Leovold, you are spattered in wolf form with blood, brains, and skin as he explodes into distance. And not only this, but this arrow has also hit not only the zombies, but also Leovold. Leovold, you are no longer a wolf. Your wolf form is shattered. The zombies around you are scattered to the ground. You stand victorious upon the battlefield. Congratulations. Is anybody dead?
That was eventful.
Apart from
I'm
Celine.
down.
Go down.
Maldronic, can you take her to a cleric?
I fear to move her. I need something more than this. And with that, he takes a diamond necklace from around his neck. He places it on her chest, and he kneels over her. And as he cries, you see the teardrops fall, and the diamond breaks into pieces. I will let one of you do this. Rook, roll me a d20.
D20. Oh, nat 20.
Yeah.
You see her stir as she comes back to life. You see Maldranic gasp with relief and fall over her in an embrace as we welcome her back to the fold.
Thank the living Lord.
Where is our lovely lady? No? Does she just not exist?
There's no reason to thank a lord. She should thank us.
She should. However, she's a little shaken and is currently not really in a position to do so. As she is at 1 hit point.
At this point, I think it's fair to say my resistance on that timer would have worn off.
Yes.
If Leovold is laying on the ground, I'm going to help him up.
No,
said
Leovold
they
is
were down?
okay. It's Rook who's down.
No, I am slumped on the ground.
Rook
Yeah,
or
I'm
Alari who's
absolutely
down?
fucking distraught anyway.
No, I meant for like in terms of flavor purposes.
Oh.
Yeah, just help him up. See, being knocked on the ass and hit with blasting things is not fun, now is it? I'm only messing with you, Leovold.
Alright, Leovold.
Good shot, Kenna.
Are there any bodies that are still intact?
All but the final monster are intact.
Can I use this spell now?
Yes, you can.
Great. I'm gonna walk over to one of the dead bodies and cast this fucking memories of the grave.
While he's doing that, I'm going to check the bodies myself for anything useful, information-wise or otherwise.
You are able to glean.
And I'd like to use it on each of them if possible.
Yeah, that's fine. But first of all, let us divvy out the loot. As you find 2,200 gold pieces. You find a strange ring of somewhat magical nature. In fact, you find one on each of them. The same ring on each of them. But what it does, you are not sure quite yet. However,
8 or 7.
7. And on in the mess of splattered body, you find another ring and a necklace. Again, you are unsure exactly what these are, but perhaps Maverick will assist after the memories of the fallen. Now, am I correct in saying that what this will tell you is the memory of their death?
No, because I've already witnessed that, so
Oh,
it'll
yes,
give
of
me
course.
random memories for all of them.
Okay. As you approach the first one, should you let me get a dice first?
Would you give me like a memory from them being in school or something?
As you approach the first one, you see a memory of his flesh being encased with acid. This memory is as painful as anything you could ever remember. This is some sort of ritual casting. Maverick, I think it's fair to say somebody else can take notes while you do this, if somebody else wants to. You approach the second body, and you see him facing a girl, saying goodbye. Before he leaves, in his words, to enter the fold. You approach the third one, and you see him eating a meal. He is crying. It appears that he thinks this is his last meal, but he is a lot younger when you see him. As you approach the fourth one, you see them standing over a body of the dead, placing a rod into its neck, and chanting in a language you do not know. As you move on to the fifth one, you see a charismatic man with bright blue eyes standing before him, telling him that this will be the greatest deed he ever does. As you approach the sixth, you see a purple-skinned man, almost like his body is made of liquid. And he says, "Bring the power of Raveneska to the world." And as you stand before the seventh, you see a strange citadel, apparently dead, almost ethereal. You see skeletons surrounding it, and one purple-skinned figure standing in front of the skeletons. Maverick, tell me, what languages do you speak?
The greatest language ever, Goblin.
No others?
No, I didn't take language in class.
You don't understand the message he is giving, but you do hear the name of Raveneska, and the words Drathnor Keep and Maldranik. It is clear some form of attack is being ordered, but what the exact form is. And you see hundreds of these cultists standing around, and thousands of these robots.
Is that all of them? Yeah.
It is.
Okay, cool. It's fair to say that the Celine and Maldranik have now seen me with my spirits, right, to perform that spell.
Yes, though Maldranik doesn't seem to care. He's far too busy focusing on Celine, and Celine is not in a position to witness anything.
Sure. Okay, I walk straight over to Maldranik.
Mm-hmm.
Is he like on the floor with Celine?
He is. His head is on her chest.
Okay, I want to grab him and stand him up. And
Make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Fuck me, man. A 4.
You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as you are slammed against the wall.
What the hell?
What do you
Why?
think you are doing? I have nearly lost the best friend I ever had. And
Give
you
a fuck.
choose an act of violence against me?
This is not an act of violence. What do you know about Raveneska?
Raveneska?
Yes, because there's lots of things you don't tell us about, and then they come back and cause danger. So how
I'm
about
sorry,
you start?
I can't fill you in on 2,600 years of gleaned knowledge in 3 days.
No, but how about you tell us what they've got to do with the
Ravenesca
cultist?
is the queen of the Shadow Plane, the goddess of the Shadow Plane. And as far as I know, she has fuck all to do with cultists.
Oh, really? Because you knew about the cultists before?
Yes, but I hadn't witnessed them. I didn't think to mention a battle I fought 1,200 years ago in passing over tea. I apologize, Maverick. I understand that you are stressed. I understand that you are frustrated. I have turned a blind eye to the dark magics you've cast today, and I will continue to do so for your work for us. However, I cannot fill you in on every piece of knowledge I have. Just like
No.
you decided to tell me about cultists in our sewers 2 days after it happened.
Yes, because you did nothing to help the homeless people who were being killed. If you investigated it, you would have
Fool.
seen the cultists already. You would have already
The
had
guards
dealings with
have
the cultists
searched
already.
these sewers for hours. Celine and myself and Danietta searched these sewers for hours. We did
Then
not
you are
think to
useless.
remove the water, and
Then you are useless.
I will say that it is excellent work from whoever did. However, events are moving so fast. You forget that I was spent yesterday 4 hours in meeting because Luvella has closed its borders for the first time since they last waged war upon Halgania. At the same time, we had a diplomat come to us from Lornoth, and a diplomat come to us from Pazutna, one of the dwarves. At the same time as that, we then have multiple murders taking place with roses in people's mouths. The Silent have assassinated somebody on my territory, and Telluria have dropped their wards upon Drathnor Keep at such a crucial time. Is it not fair to say, child, that I had a little more on my mind than you might have? I am very glad that you have found what you have found, but I have nearly lost my best friend, and right now, I am in no position to be explaining to anybody. You will be silent. And make a wisdom saving throw, please.
That's a 14.
You are unable to speak for the next minute.
Maldranic.
Yes.
Pardon the interruption, but Brother Olari is kind of dying. Can you maybe heal him?
Should I make that saves?
I do not have healing magic of my own, and I have used this, but give me a
I
moment.
can do something to help with this, and
Yes.
I will at least attempt to stabilize him using some basic
don't worry.
first aid. Okay.
He is going to speak into a necklace, and Danietta will appear. And she will use her wand in turn. And each of you will be healed for 32 hit points. She then leans over.
Oh look, Maverick's
Celine.
fully healed after he's been battered.
She then leans over Celine,
You win.
and she is in tears. And as she uses one wand, and then another wand, and then another wand, and finally a wand explodes. It's a tiny explosion. Only a little blast, but it appears she has overtaxed it. However, Celine is restored to health. Please give me 1 second.
Meanwhile, I'm going to turn the stone and start the portal again.
Are you telling me this is not the end of this place? Maverick says.
There is
Celine
another.
responds, no,
There
we
is
saw
one
a
more
different
room.
room. 3. Excuse me. 3 robots. 3, well, she wouldn't call them robots. 3 strange metal figures are there. We should all go together. And she turns to back to Maldranic. She says, and thank you, I saw my own death. And he laughs and says, darling, you experienced your own death. I used the necklace. And she gasps. Says, you know that necklace had one purpose. And one purpose only. It was not for use in a time like this, but I suppose I thank you. Maldranik turns and says, in the spirit of honesty as per dearest Maverick over there, I will tell you that the necklace was to be used on the king and only the king. We must face this room together. Pray tell, did one of you know how to return?
Yes, we made sure that we know how to get back to
and
that
what
room.
is the mechanism, Leopold?
The orbs on the wall, they
Ah.
rotate in directions clockwise or
Perhaps I can
counterclockwise.
do something about that. And he goes up to the orb, to the gem. He places his hand on it. You see him in concentration, and before you, on the wall, are 3 portals now. And he says, "This one goes back to where you guys came in from. Is that a safe place?"
It's the one where we
It
came in
was.
from should be.
Okay. And then you see a light green portal, a red
There
portal,
are
and the blue portal, which took you back to where you came from. And he says, "What color was the portal you entered to come in here?"
red.
He steps through the red portal and reappears at the back of the room. He says, "Good. Now we've tested the magic. The green one will be the last." Were they
We went.
paying attention when you came through? Was anyone there? Can you describe the room exactly?
There were 3 people huddled over what appears to be some kind of altar type thing. Was it?
There was an
They
altar
were
with a
over
symbol.
coffins.
They were over
There was
Coffins.
coffins,
and the altar.
and there's
Those
3
sort of
beds.
things are huddled over. Yeah.
There were 3
There's
beds on
3
the right
beds in
side
the
of the room.
corner.
Thank you.
And
Yes,
this is
they
the
are.
symbol that was on the wall.
Creating more. Oh. Another connection. This is no shadow plane symbol that we have seen in many years. This is the symbol of the Netherese. The 8 princes of the shadow plane. Most strange. Different powers converge all at once. Brother Alari, the orb I gave you. Are you up to a task? The amulet I gave you. Are you up to a task?
It's still ringing, but I suppose I can. What do you need me to do?
As we enter, you must smash it upon the ground. And then force a potion down Rook's throat. The potion I gave you. You must then take Lucius and place him as close to an enemy as possible. As far away from as many others as you can. And as soon as we come to, Maverick, throw the orb to the other side of the room. We will attempt to kill them all at once. Lucius, when you come to, you will use the dagger. And we shall do our best. I shall focus on... You said there were 3. I shall focus on the central enemy. Celine, you will do the same. Kenna. Perhaps it is time we showed Celine and Danietta your friend.
Oh.
Would
We
be-
must. Not exactly comfortable with that.
They are
I
trustworthy.
flip my hair back and have her crawl up onto my shoulder.
And Celine just cries out, "Oh, how beautiful!" And attempts to stroke her briefly on the neck. To which she responds well. Danietta looks smilingly horrified. On the count of 3, Alari, we shall go. Are you all ready? Is anybody still in need of healing?
I could use 5 more hit points.
Danietta will place her hand upon your shoulder and cast a spell of her own. Quite unusual. She tends to use wands all the time. Brother Alari, you are healed for 20 points of hit points, but any points that are over your health will be granted you as temporary hit points. She then uses a wand and casts aid upon all of you. You will gain... Fuck, where's the dice gone, you stupid thing? God damn it. Where's my d20? You will gain 22 points of temporary hit points on top of that.
Wow.
Rook, and all of you will gain that yourselves.
Oh,
Before we enter the room, please roll initiative.
Was the first number for Alari or for me?
Sorry, the first number was for Rook. Yes.
You said 22?
It'll be 22 on top of the 15 that you were given. I think it's 15 was your excess, right?
Yeah, I get 5, and then...
He turns to you and he says, "Be warned. I believe these may be the same enemies that we discovered. Lord Bantus and Lady... and Lady Felia fighting. This may be the same encounter. We must strike quickly. Please, can I take your initiatives?" Kenna.
15.
Sorry?
15.
Leovold?
10.
Lucius?
I was given no instructions, was I?
No.
It's a 9.
Only those with items. And Kenna. Alari?
12.
12? Maverick?
15.
And Rook?
13.
13. Okay,
Well, I just want to clear this up. So you said it was... I got an initial 20, and then... Or
yes,
22,
20 and
then
any
it was,
excess healing was bonus healing. Was given as
and then you
temporary
said
shield.
20 for
And
everyone?
then 22
How much for everyone?
temporary hit points. So you should have
For every-
37 temporary hit points and max health.
Okay.
You have also all gained +3 to your initiative scores. So I have added those for you. I need to roll for Celine and Maverick, sorry. Well, that's convenient. At least they go at the same time. Okay.
We take those.
As you enter the portal, let me change the music. Because this is highly inappropriate music.
Can I drink the potion before I go in the portal?
No. You must drink
Earlier,
it as soon as it will
I
be
said
forced on you. Yes?
I said I cast Cure Wounds and Hunter's Mark on the same turn. I guess that can't happen, even though Hunter's Mark is a bonus action.
I don't believe so.
Okay, then I have not cast Hunter's Mark yet.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. It had no real impact on the fight. As the three of you as the group of you enter.
Character, can I get a rundown one more time on do I need to remember those instructions exactly?
What, Brother Alari? No, you'll be fine.
Cool.
As you enter the room, Alari, you smash the necklace upon the floor. You run to Rook, and you pour a potion down his throat. Rook, add 40 to your attack damage. To any damage rolls you make with your attacks for the next minute. And add 10 to your chance to hit.
Bruh!
Yeah, it's quite a potion. He then picks up the frozen in time Lucius and places him to the left of the enemy. And you will also be able to take a turn, Larry, should you have anything up your sleeve.
I don't think it's going to help, but I would love to cast Hold Person on the biggest person in the room.
Okay,
Also, is
they are
there
all
enough
three
time to draw a
identical.
funny mustache on someone before I finish.
Sorry?
Is there enough time to draw a funny mustache on someone?
Oh,
before I
definitely.
finish?
You can probably manage it on all three. And on Leovold.
Absolutely. Every single person.
Okay. We have with us. When I do this, it should all work. Look at that. Okay.
So once I'm finished, that'll be a Wisdom save, a D16,
Yeah, just
16
over a
Wisdom
second.
save. Yep.
Alari has even been kind enough to place each of you where he thinks you may wish to be. No, that is wrong. Yeah, no, that is right. Lucius, you are behind E2. Kenna, you have been placed in the very back corner of the room. He left Maldranik and Celine alone, and Danietta alone. He wasn't too sure about placing them somewhere. I wouldn't want to move Maverick either. He places himself tactically behind Maldranik, where all good people hide. Okay, combat begins. They startle. And we make a wisdom saving throw. That is a 14.
Does not pass.
Okay. We come first to them. And he will cast a lightning bolt at Rook, which will also hit Brother Alari and Maverick. It's a lot of ones.
Who's
Give me a
casting
dex
lightning
saving throw,
bolt?
please. E1.
Oh, and Maldronic. Sorry.
On Rook, technically, actually. So, Rook and Olari, I will need a dex save. If you get a 17 or above, you will take 22 points of lightning damage. If you get below, you will take 44.
I got a 17 exactly.
Olari, do you survive that hit?
I do.
Temporary hit points, a blessing.
Hit points. Yeah.
Kenna, you're up.
Okay, Hunter's Mark on E3, and I will fire.
Yep.
17 to hit.
That hits.
$20 points of damage.
Ooh, big hit.
And I'm level 5, so I will fire again.
Oh, here she goes. Let's see it.
Oh, yep, let's see it. That's 19 to hit. Okay, it's
That
better.
hits.
I thought it was a 6, but it's not. That's good.
To be fair, I think that's 6 hits as well, because you got a +9, right?
Plus 10.
Yeah, you hit anyway. You actually, yeah, you fail on a nat 1.
That's 14 more points of damage.
Ooh. That include the Hunter's Mark damage?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, Maverick, you're up. And throwing the orb will not be an action or a bonus action, it will be free.
Okay, I've got the orb.
Okay. Roll me a 12d6, please. As the three of you, the three enemies are sucked into the center of the orb. No, sorry, only E3 is sucked. He is sucked over here.
That's 44 damage.
You deal 44 damage to him. Take your turn.
Okay, where E3 is, my spirits appear in a dark green and black mist, rotates around my neck, and I whistle, but no sound comes out. And then E3 hears the piercing sound that deals.
Do I need to make a save?
Yeah, wisdom save.
Okay, that's an 8.
Then he takes 26 psychic damage.
Party grows in power. It is now the turn of E2. Sorry, does that conclude your turn, Maverick?
Yes.
Okay. E2 will fire a cone of cold. Maverick, Leovold, Kenna, Olari, I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
It's a nat 1.
Anybody who gets below a 17, you will take 38 points of damage. However, Brother Alari, Maldronic raises a magical shield in front of himself, and lucky for you, it blocks the damage coming to you too.
What kind of save are we making?
Maverick, Leovold, and Kenna are making a Constitution save.
Okay.
Alari is yours.
That was a 24.
Okay.
What do I
You take 19 points of cold damage. If you got below a 17, you will take 38. Rook, you're up. Please add 10 to your hits and 40 to your damage.
Alright. Can you move me? Actually, never mind. Just leave me there. I'm going to bonus action rage to start. And then I'm go and take a swing at the guy right in front of me.
How many attacks do you get per turn?
I got 2 attacks, and my first attack was a nat 20, which is a 37 to hit.
And that will be a crit. Give me the damage.
As Rook swings his sword, as a reaction, I am going to infuse his weapon with some necrotic damage, giving him bonus.
Well, that's without the
11
bonus,
damage.
60 damage. All right, that's 71 damage.
That is... did you double the 40 as well?
No, it was 18 plus 2 is, because I'm raging, is 20, plus the 40 is 60, plus 11 that he just did.
71, that is 142 damage. E1 appears a little wounded. Would you like to swing again?
I am absolutely going to swing again.
A little wounded was me being rather understating.
So that's a 30 for...
Yeah, he's dead.
For like 56 damage.
He's dead. I needed 7 damage from you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, okay. I did not expect you to crit. That is quite exciting. Brother Alari, you have already taken your turn. You will be up next. Up next round. Leovold, you're up. Lucius, you're on deck.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. E1 is dead.
E1 is very dead then. Okay. I shall assist with the attack on E2 then.
Mm-hmm.
I will cast Magic Missile at 3rd level.
Okay.
First up, let's roll for the Magic Missile damage. $19 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And as for the wild magic, I gain a spell slot 1 level below my highest level spell slot, but lose a 1st level spell slot.
You what? Say that again?
I lose a 1st level spell slot and gain a 2nd level spell slot.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to make that temporary or if that's going to be permanent or what, but
Temporary. Till tomorrow. Till you slept.
okie doke.
I'm really sorry if this is incredibly loud. Or if nothing happens. There we go. Yes, that is very loud. Okay. Does that conclude your turn, Neil?
That does indeed, for the time being. conclude my
Lucius,
turn.
you're up.
I'm going to use the dagger that was provided to me by Madronic. I'm going to pull it from my cloak and stab this motherfucker.
I believe that's 24d4 poison damage plus your standard hit. You can't miss, but you can crit. Actually, I think no, you can't crit. I think it's fair to say. Just don't roll and give me a hit roll. Yeah, just give me the damage of your standard weapon. And 24d4 on top of it.
That's 14 for my weapon now for the 2044. That's 59 damage, poison damage. And then I will strike again.
Oh, Jesus. The dagger is shattered as you put it into him, and poison seems to pump through his veins. That will hit.
17 damage.
Okay.
I'm going to spin the blade and hit him with stunning strike with the back of the hilt.
I wouldn't bother. You're hitting a dead person.
Oh, well then I'll keep punching him on the way down.
Okay. This is Celine's turn.
Actually,
Oh, okay.
from where I am, I'm going to use Fist of Unbroken Air to hit E3.
Shit, Jesus, that's cool.
I'm going to spend 2 key points.
Why is your camera got smaller again? What is going on?
He has to make a strength saving throw.
Oh yeah, definitely his speciality. It's a 17. That's a
He
natural
succeeds on
19.
that.
Fist of Unbondment.
So he takes 6 damage.
Okay. Why does it say 12? Oh, because he succeeded. Right, okay. Cool. Does that conclude your turn?
Yes, that concludes my turn.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I'm going to step closer to him.
Okay, Celine will cast a chromatic... I will move you in a sec. Chromatic orb. A pillar of acid falls upon him. And he is dead. But with his death, something strange happens. As you see, the 3 corpses are dead upon the floor, but the coffins... Bodies rise from the coffins and step closer together. And link arms. And think Power Rangers. As you see them combine into something huge.
Alright, guys, we need morphin power now!
Stegosaurus!
It stands over Rook. And immediately I will need every single one of you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Holy shit.
As you are horrified by the visage of this enemy.
That's an 18.
If you got below a 16, you are frightened.
I'm frightened.
Okay. Yep, I am.
I got a 9, but I can't be frightened while raging.
No, you cannot. So, do any of you need an explanation? You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while he is in the line of sight, and good luck getting out of his line of sight. And you cannot move closer to the source of your fear.
He looks like fun to me.
He takes a slash at Rook. Clawed hands of his metal body. As the metal is encased, all 3 of them. As he swipes once. It's a 25 to hit. He swipes twice.
Yep.
That is a 22 to hit.
Yep.
And he swipes thrice. That is a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Oh dear. You take 41 points of slashing damage overall. And 18 of radiant. Radiant? 18 of necrotic, sorry. As the slash seems to leave a strange black mark upon your body.
Oh no.
Oh dear. It is Meldranic's turn. And he will cast... Oh, he's got nothing but fucking AoE. Who's that helping? I'd like to not kill Rook. This one will do. A ball of acid flies towards this enemy. He's hurt, but not really. And then it is finally Danietta's turn, and she raises a wand. One of her many. A sword appears before the enemy. It slashes out and deals 16 damage. Okay. Kenny, you're up.
So what is the deal with frightened?
You have disadvantage on your any ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight and there is nowhere else to run. And you cannot move closer.
How do I get unfrightened?
Can you make a saving throw? You can't, can you? No.
No.
You will roll. As it is for the next 10 rounds.
At the end of my turn, or?
Yes, you will also at the end of your turn make your wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I'm gonna hide under the bed.
You can attack.
I can, but I'm scared.
Okay, you're scared. Good decision. At this
I'm
point,
out of it.
he will take a
I'm
legendary
actually
action.
hiding.
Okay. He will take a legendary action. And he raises his other hand and he makes a slash across the air. Leovold. Maldranik. Alari. No, it won't hit Alari, because you're directly behind Maldranik. Celine. Agneta and Kenna will all take... Actually, 5 foot. Is that going to hit you? Alari, no you don't. The rest of you will all take... dexterity saving throw, please. Leovold and
What does he cast?
Leovold
What
and
is
Kenna.
this?
A sharp blade of blackness crosses the room. Like a laser
Okay, so
beam.
even though I'm hidden from him, it's an area effect.
Yeah.
That's what
Actually, I will say though, he's not aiming at you very well, so you can make yours with advantage. Anybody who gets below 19 will take 18 points of necrotic damage. Anybody who failed it will take 36.
Wait, you say I'm taking 18?
On a success, yes.
I'm down.
A tragedy. Maverick, you're up.
I just realized I didn't take my wisdom save at the end of my turn.
Ah, yeah, take your wisdom save now. That's fine.
I still failed.
Okay, that's fine. Maverick, you're up.
Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so I point out my finger towards this beast. And as I do, my spirits rise and do the same. And a black, almost string-like substance flies towards it, this guy and wraps around him as I cast Ray of Enfeeblement.
Okay, saving throw. Oh no, it's a hit, isn't
Oh,
it?
it's a
It's a
hit, yeah.
Yes, you've hit. What does it do?
So the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength.
All of them.
And,
Marvellous.
yeah.
Oh, that's excellent, though. You will take a second legendary action to stomp upon the floor. Lucius, Rook, you must make a dexterity saving throw, please. If you roll under a 19, you will take... 14 bludgeoning damage. If you rolled over a 19. If you rolled under a 19, you will take 28 and be knocked prone.
Alright, I'm down.
Oh dear. Make your death saving throw, please, Rook.
This is my turn now?
Yeah, it is. What a tragedy.
I was about to have 3 attacks with a plus 40.
Oh, sorry. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not your turn. Just hold that saving throw for a minute. Brother Alari, I'm really sorry. You were actually before Maverick. And Kenna, take your turn, please. Apologies.
Yep.
I completely skipped you. You were meant to go first.
Oh, this is good. All right, so then who's down?
He's
Please heal me.
yeah,
Please,
Rook is
please,
down.
please.
Leovold, I think, is down. Cool.
And I will let you heal Rook
You're
twice.
gonna take a 3rd level healing word. Gonna be
Double it, whatever it is, if it's on Rook.
that's 30 HP.
Yeah. My apologies for skipping your turn. I won't do that again. And
Worries.
yep, your main action.
And my main action. Where's Leovold?
15 foot to your left.
That is close enough for me to walk up and give him a lay on hands. Nope, that's not what it's called. I'm just gonna heal you for cure wounds.
No, I cannot
Level
allow you
that
to
is-
cast 2 spells in a turn, I'm afraid.
I keep doing that, don't I?
Yes. That's why I asked
Oh.
about your thingy. Have you got a potion on you? I will allow you to take an action
I
to pour it
do
down
have a
his throat.
superior potion of healing.
I will allow you to take an
Ah.
action to pour it down his throat and steal the one off his belt simultaneously.
Do.
In other words, pour the one down, pour his own down his throat. Leovold, use your superior potion of healing, please. Yes, you can't cast 2 spells in a turn, but you can pour a potion down someone's throat. And now that leads us to our great Rook. Assuming that ends your turn. Alright. Or are you returning to your hiding place behind
What the
Maldranic?
fuck? Let me scroll down on the fucking D&D sheet. What the hell?
Are you returning to your place of hiding, or are you staying where you are?
Completely returning to my place of hiding.
Yes, I thought you
And yeah, and return.
Okay. Rook, you're up. Literally
I'll
and
take
figuratively.
my first swing. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. It's a nat 1.
Oh, that is an 18 to hit, though, no?
Yeah, it's an
That
18
hits.
to hit. Alright.
That exactly hits.
Four.
It means that you cannot fail to hit him. It's that exciting.
3, 9. That's 49 damage.
Plus, I'm gonna use Necrotic Weaving again, so that weapons gain some nice death magic on it.
Can you just tell us what the D is, and then let him roll it for the next 2 turns? But for now, it's
Sure.
a 3. So 2d8, is
Aw, yeah, you're not gonna let him re-roll it.
it? No. But next swing, add a 2d8 to your damage, please. You can't.
I can only cast it
miss.
once.
Oh, but it doesn't infuse it for the amount of attacks. It's just the once. Is this the instantaneous casting?
No. Yeah, it's just. I'm pretty sure it's just for one strike.
Right. Okay. We'll have to read
The
this
next
more
one is
carefully. 21 to
the
hit.
next one's 53 damage.
Ooh. Swing, my man,
And then-
swing!
And then I will bonus action use frenzy attack and one last time. God, what are these rolls? For another 53.
Okay. You're starting to get through. Leovold, it's your turn.
Okay. So, I think it is time to fire off a charge from this wand of chromatic orbs.
Nice.
Now, what is the chromatic orb spell? Because it's not on my spell list.
Give me a... What's your spell hit? Spell attack?
My spell hit DC's...
no,
plus 8.
spell attack, plus 8, yeah?
Oh, spell attack's plus 8, yeah.
Yep, so give me an attack roll, please.
Just a standard spell attack.
Yep, and then tell me what level the chromatic orb is being cast at.
Okay, so hit is 25, and
Okay.
the chromatic orb is... it doesn't say what level it is.
You
Oh,
sh-
first level version of the spell. Okay.
Yep, okay. Okay, so 1 charge is the first level, 2 charges is the second, and 3 is the third.
Okay.
Okay. But if you expend the last charge, you can blow it up, so... How
Yeah,
many
yeah,
charges are you expanding? Just the 1?
Let's go for... what's the benefit of casting it at second level again?
Double damage.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it second level then.
Okay.
2 charges.
That is a 4d8, please. And please choose between acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder damage.
Let's go fire. So why not?
Okay.
22 damage.
22 damage. Okay. It's a little pissed.
A little. Oh, okay.
Lucius. You're up.
Okay, I'm going to move up to it and take 2 attacks.
Did you succeed in your wisdom saving throw before?
Yes, I did. I had an 18.
Lucius counter. Here we go.
That's an 18 to hit. I believe that hits,
That hits.
yes. 8 damage, second hit. It's a 16.
That
I'm
doesn't
sure that
check.
is. Okay, I'm going to use. I'm going to spend a key point to Step of the Wind,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to move around to the other side of him so that I'm flanking him with Rook.
Yep.
And I will end my turn.
He would expend a legendary action, the last of his legendary actions, to attack you.
Okay.
That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
You take 15 slashing damage. And it is now his turn. He turns back to Rook. And he touches you. Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
An 8.
Yeah, that ain't cutting it. Ooh, that's 3 ones. You take 11 points of necrotic damage. And that leads us to Maldranic. No, it doesn't. It leads us to Celine. Celine is going to raise her hands and cast Mass Cure Wounds. Every single one of you will be healed for 33 hit points. That ends her turn. That leads us to Maldranic. We'll cast Chain Lightning. And miss. Didn't even know that was possible.
Oh no.
That's tragic. And that will lead
Maldranic,
us-
are you drunk?
And that will lead us to our final NPC. Where the fuck is her sheet gone? Oh, Mrs. Wand. Yes. Hello, Danietta. Oh, that's a strange attempt. Okay. Oh dear, our NPCs have failed us. He makes the wisdom saving throw and nothing happens. Admittedly, he has expended a legendary action, I'll tell you that for free. Kenna, you're up.
Okay. I will cast my Hunter's Mark again because I lost concentration.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will try to. I'll like tilt the bed over like a blockade, and I'll reach over and I'll shoot at him.
Okay.
Because I was hidden, it would be at advantage.
It will be an advantage.
But I am still frightened when in line of sight. So
So just roll a straight roll, please.
okay. 22 to
That
hit.
hits.
$12 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Now fire again.
Yep.
I assume I'm no longer
still straight
hidden.
roll. Still straight roll. Not only are you hidden, you're also flanking because he's facing Rook, so... Yeah. There's so much going on for you that it's definitely an advantage, so you just give me a straight roll.
Okay. Natural 19, so 29
Nice,
to
that
hit.
hits. This
11
making
damage.
rangers look useful. That brings us to Maverick.
11 damage, and my wisdom save is 22.
Way! No longer frightened. And you are immune to it now. Maverick, you're up.
Welcome back, Kenna.
My spell fizzles in my hand. That's the end of my turn.
Yes, it is. Wait, where are you? No, okay. Cool. Sorry. Rook. As you go to make your attack, you feel an effect upon you. You gain +2 to armor, advantage to your saving throws, and can take 2 actions each turn. You're under the effects of haste. You may thank Celine later.
Oh. Is it my turn now?
It is, yes.
So then, with that, does that mean I get?
Double the
2
amounts of attacks you get per action.
So I can hit him 6 times right now?
If you get... No, because Frenzy is a bonus action, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
only
you
5?
get 5.
Shit.
Also, am I currently flanking with him? Does he get advantage? Hello?
He's facing Rook, you will get advantage. He turned to
Oh, you're
Rook
right.
with his legendary action.
Oh, you're right.
I don't think I need advantage.
He doesn't, he can't miss. Unless he rolls a nat 1, so...
So the first one does 49 damage.
Nice, you are crunching through. He appears wounded. Crunch,
Next
my
one
friend.
does 49 damage again.
Yeah.
52 damage.
Beautiful.
A 54 damage. And 55 damage.
He's bloodied. Oh my god, I did it again. I'm so sorry, Alara.
Okay.
You can take your turn now.
Thanks,
You
Liam.
promised.
I did. I'm
No
sorry,
worries.
friend.
Everybody seems like they're cool on healing, so I'm gonna guiding bolt.
Nice. It's actually putting you later in the order is probably better for you. I'm just gonna let you go after Rook now.
Never mind, that was a 10. Everybody else, you're good.
Where are you? Advantage. Where you are. Has his back to you. Yeah, that
Hey,
one will hit.
23. Sick.
Sorry, Maverick, you're the only person who's not going to gain advantage apart from Rook.
It is 23 radiant damage.
Ooh. That bothers him. Leovold.
Yeah.
Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Leovold, you're up.
Very well. I shall. Let's see. Do I do this? Yeah. Okay. I will cast a second level spell, Chaos Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
2 hits is 16.
He raises his hand and slashes it through the air. Does a 16 hit you, Leovold?
Yes.
You're firing at yourself. Roll for damage.
Oh,
As he
fucking
reflects the
Christ.
spell upon you.
Great. Yeah, that's, yeah, I'll just take 13 fire damage to the face.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And he's
Well,
going to take
fuck.
his legendary action. And he raises both arms. And slams Rook and Lucius. Rook and Lucius, give me a strength saving throw, please.
I have advantage on that too.
Nice.
That's a 9 for me.
Shh. 22.
I'm really sorry, you both fail.
What?
Mm-hmm. You're only one off, if that helps. You are knocked back 10 foot. And you take... 31 bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
Have to move your damn camera. That's not going to help anyone, is it? Actually, Lucius, you take another d6 for hitting the wall. Okay, you take another 2. Please tell me that wasn't the difference between life and death. I'll
No.
feel awful.
I'm still up. Don't worry.
Good.
I'm not out of this yet.
Sorry, our music stopped. Just let me fix that. And Lucius, you're up.
It's my turn. I am going to just walk forward, and I'm going to take my 2 strikes.
Please do.
$13 damage for the first strike.
You can see he's really feeling it.
18, I believe that hits.
It does.
15 damage for the second. Key points. I'm going to flurry of blows. That misses is 15.
That also
17,
misses.
it misses. Oh,
Okay, and he's going to expend the legendary action. You see him pull his arms together. And he sort of focuses in. Some of the wounds on his body appear to reformed slightly. And each one of you must make a wisdom saving throw, please. If you get over a 12, nothing happens.
On a 12?
Nothing happens.
Okay, good.
If you get under a 12, you are paralyzed.
Did you say haste gives advantage to all saving throws?
Dexterity saving throws, I believe. Is that
Oh,
correct?
just
Anyone?
okay.
Anyone who knows haste, let me know. Dexterity only.
All right, I failed it.
Okay, you are paralyzed. And that brings us to Celine, who is paralyzed. To Maldranik, who is not paralyzed, and perhaps will actually hit with his spell this time. He does hit with his spell. That is a lot of damage. And to Danietta, who is paralyzed. I rolled 2 nat 1s for them. Brother Alari, I've remembered your turn. Please take it.
Does this thing look?
It's wounded. It was about as wounded as it was before Lucius started hitting it. Maybe a little bit better off.
Okay. Lucius, Rook, how are you doing in health?
I'm at 15. I've looked better.
I'm at 21.
I think one of you guys is resistant, so I'm going to heat second level healing word on Lucius.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was a first. My bad.
Just double it.
Alright, this is going to be 18 then.
Oh, no, double the original dice roll. It's 13, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause it's still a +5 at second level. Okay. And for your action? Without
not
casting
lot
a second spell? No, there isn't much you can do, sadly.
Oh, I think I'm going to just...
Man needs that
call up
spiritual
moral
weapon.
support.
Okay. Kenna, you're up.
Okay. Am I flanking?
Yeah.
is he facing?
Yes. Just about.
Cool.
You're also hiding behind a bed, so
What's that?
it's fair to
Oh,
say
that one's on the
everyone is
floor.
flanking other than Lucius.
It's 29 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
$15 damage on the first one.
Including Hunter's Mark.
Yes.
Marvelous.
24 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, that's really bad. 8 damage.
Okay. Got anything else for us?
No.
Maverick, you're up.
My spell fizzles in my hand. That's
Advantage, please. In your flanking position. That's more like it. It hits.
So my 3 spirits appear around this giant, and as they place all their hands on his body, he takes 7 damage.
He is brought to his knees with damage.
Second time, fucking hell.
No, this is the first time for him.
Oh,
Hasn't been
okay.
to
No,
1
it's just
HP
nothing
before.
Right.
Does that conclude your turn, Maverick?
Yeah.
You
I wish
take
I could deal. I wish I could deal the final blow, but yeah, that's my
No,
final
I'm
turn.
sorry, you were one off. He goes for a legendary action. Again, Leopold, Kenna, Alari. Dexterity saving throws, please. If you roll below a 19, you will take 36 points of necrotic damage.
Well, I'm down.
If you roll above a 19, you will take 18. Not only that, but it's his turn. He swings at Lucius once. He swings twice. He swings twice. Oh, he missed the last one. The first attack deals 14 damage. No, sorry. Half. 7. The second attack deals 43 halved, which is 21.
I hit the floor, unconscious.
Okay. And then he is going to make a leap into the air. First time he's moved all fight. And he crashes down upon the bed that Kenna was hiding behind, slamming it to the ground. And as he lands, a wall of force comes up around him. Only Kenna is able to enter this area. Or leave, you will not be able to leave, and the rest of you will not be able to enter. Unfortunately, it is now Rook's turn. You can damage him within it, but you cannot get in there.
I'm paralyzed.
Oh, you're paralyzed anyway.
Or I'm stunned.
Give me your saving throw, please. Wisdom. Need to make a 22, which I believe is a nat 20 for you.
I need to get a 22.
Oh no, can you even get a 22?
If I get a nat 20. I rolled a 19 and got a 21.
Tragic. Sorry, that's actually a 23, so... No, you are paralyzed. And you will remain so. Brother Alari Slade.
I thought I had to be a 12 before. Didn't I have to be a 12? Didn't I be paralyzed?
Oh, shit. Failing my own boss mechanics, sorry. 2 different rolls. The 22 to not be frightened. You're right, it's a 12. You succeed. You are no longer paralyzed. However, that does end your turn.
Yes.
Oh, that means that actually Celine is not paralyzed either. Okay, very good. Leovold, you're up.
No, I'm not. I'm down.
Oh, you're down. Lucius, you're down. Please, both of you, make your death saving throws.
Yep, done.
No, I passed.
Okay. Maldronic has no way of breaking through this force field.
Wait. You got a turn?
Did I not give you a turn at the beginning of the round? Alari, for once?
No, because he
Sorry,
goes
no,
before me.
Come on, sorry, come on.
He went before all of you. He went before Kenna. I actually remembered where he belonged in the order for once. Celine has no way of breaking through this force field. Danietta, however, does. And she takes a wand out and she dispels magic. And the force field comes down. Brother Alari, it is your turn.
I'm gonna throw a sanctuary up on Kenna.
Mm-hmm.
And I will move a little bit further away from him, but in my turn.
Okay. He's going to take this moment to make a legendary action. Laurie, which direction did you move in? Just straight back? Straight this way? Or are you going up at all?
Just straight that way.
Okay. Silly mistake. Make a dex saving throw, please. Leovold, you're down, right? You will take a death saving throw here.
I need to make a saving throw, or?
You will fail one here as it hits
Oh,
you.
fuck.
You can't make a
Okay.
dex saving throw while dead. Kenna, Alara, you make a dex saving throw, please. If you get above a 19, you will take 14 necrotic damage. You get below a 19, you will take 28. What was that, Alara?
I'm down.
Okay. Kenna, are you okay?
Yeah.
Wow. Leovold, you're up. Oh, make a death saving throw.
Fucking hell. Okay. Back to that time
It's
again.
your turn.
Okay.
Still with us?
Yeah, I'm not dead.
Oh, yes. That brings us to Kenna. I just realised, Dibbled, I made you make 2 death saving throws for the same turn. Apologies. You can take one back if you failed, but if you succeeded, I'll leave it.
Yeah, I succeed both, so I'm leaving it.
Okay.
I will disengage and just run clear as far as I can up and left.
Okay. Is that your action?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Maverick. You're up.
I'm gonna run up to Lucius. And I am.
Can I just remind you, he was brought to his knees with damage, but carry on. As you were.
Yeah, I can't risk not hitting again.
Which is true.
Like. What?
Which is true, but someone's got to hit him. And I believe that every one of your party members is down, other than...
Yeah, but I can
Kenna.
bring Lucius up.
I'm not down.
Oh, you're not down? No, you're paralyzed. Never mind. Sort of the same
No,
thing.
I'm not-
you weren't
I'm not paralyzed
but-
anymore.
Yeah, you were paralyzed. Originally,
Wait, is Leovold down?
yeah. Yep.
I would have run that way.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm after. Am I after Maverick?
Should I risk it?
The next. Go for it. Go on. Argo says risk it.
That's a 26.
To hit?
Let's go.
26 to hit?
Yeah.
Describe his demise.
Okay, so as dark green and black a mist surrounds my body, the 3 spirits rise from the ground as they circle around this giant thing. They start slowly moving upwards and upwards and upwards. And as they get to the guy's head, they all grab onto it and then snap it.
And as they do, he falls to the ground dead.
Not what the spell does, but whatever.
Tumbling out the back of his neck, you see a rod of the purest diamond. However, you have a problem. Because Celine is down. Maldranik is down.
Well, I can bring them all up.
Danietta is down. Lucius is down. Theobald is down. Alari is down. Maverick,
I can
and Rook.
I can bring
Stand
them
up on the
all.
battlefield. Please, for the love of God, save some bitches.
Is battle over? Or
A battle
initiative?
is complete, yes.
I will
I'm gonna ru-
stabilize
I'm gonna go-
Leovold.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to Alari and I'm gonna pour my.
I will not let you use
my
a healing
my-
potion on an unconscious person.
Okay, I will go up to Alari, and I will reduce his max HP by 1 and give him 2 HP.
Alari, you're up.
I will go to Danietta and cast Cure Wounds.
Ah, you have made a brilliant decision. As Danietta
Aye.
comes round, you see her take a wand from her pocket and snap it. That is mass heal. You will all gain 70 HP, including the dead people. And that concludes our battle. A wand of the purest diamond spilt out from the large boss, but there are 3 bodies worth looting.
As I stand up, I'm going to walk over to the body. And I'm going to stab it over and over and over again.
A little angry, Lucius.
You know what? In a rare display of absolute fury, Leovold is going to do much the same. Both daggers, just left, right, pummeling the fuck out of this corpse with daggers.
Lovely.
You said the big dude. It was 3 separate corpses.
He combined into one, and metal encased them.
So did they re-separate when he died, or?
Nope, his corpse is just a strange robotic thing. However, the original 3 monsters that you fought first are dead upon the ground. Should you wish to loot.
I'm gonna go up to the big dude and just swing my battle axe and chop his head off.
Beautiful. You sever it.
I was sitting in a corner petting Shakar.
Should you eventually come to your senses and relief and feel a bit better, you would then loot the corpses, and you would find on the same, each of them, the same thing. You find a note written in a language you've never seen. None of you. You find a pure diamond. 5,000 gold pieces per diamond, all 3 of them, should you wish to sell them. Should you wish to give them to Alari in the hope that one day he'll be able to resurrect somebody. Be my guest. You find a wand on all 3 of them. And this wand is unusual in that you do not know what it does.
Are they human?
They are? Well, humanoid.
Okay, I would like to cast Memories of the Fall.
Have you really got enough spell slots for one of those, or is that a...
It's a at will.
Okay. Would you will in a moment. Let me just finish giving you the loot. On each of them you find a ring. On each of them you find an obsidian rod. And on each of them you find 1,000 gold pieces. You gain 3,000 gold pieces, 3 diamonds, 3 rings and 3 wands of unusual magical nature, and a note, 3 identical notes, all scrolled in a language you do not understand. As you are given these, we'll say that Alari, you have the notes, and the rest of you have the items. Maverick goes to each corpse in kind, and his 3 spirits stand over it and show him an image in his mind. The first one remembers being bathed in acid.
What a trend.
It was a horrific memory, and one they will keep with them for the rest of their lives and deaths. The second one stands at a fortress of the dead, hearing the call to war. Much as the previous one did. It's a big memory for them. But the third one remembers something very different. He remembers sitting in a court. You don't recognize it, but you know it to be similar to that of Drathnor Keep. It could potentially be Garena. You know the face of the king. So yes, it is. Did you hear the king giving a speech about something fairly irrelevant, really? But to this man it made a big difference, as he raised taxes on farmed goods by 12%. You see the man who, in question, turned to his wife and say, "We will not be able to feed the children."
20%, that's a shit ton.
12%.
Oh,
But even so, he turns to his wife and he says, "We will not be able to feed the children. I must seek help." And that is the end of that memory. It perhaps tells you that at some point these were normal citizens. Normal men, one and all. Maldranik takes a look at the note, but even he cannot read it. None of you know what it means. It's written in a language none of you have ever seen. He's able to identify the language for you as Netherese, but he does not speak it.
Why is it a goblin?
Because goblins don't make for particularly frightening enemies. The rings, however, he identifies as rings of spell storing. And he lets you keep these.
11 of them?
No, the 3.
3.
The 7 rings before do exactly what these 3 rods do, and allow for teleportation once to a location that you know. However, every single one of them has expended charges and will need to be recharged. It is clearly how they got here. And that concludes our episode.
Well,
MVP
well, well.
time?
Do we level up?
You did level up mid-episode.
Yeah, and then we just fought that fuck off guy that almost slaughtered us.
I'll take it as an act of kindness out of me that I let you level up before the fight with both rooms, as I warned you it would be quite terrifying.
Yeah, if we didn't level up, we would have been just outright dead.
Yes,
We were almost outright dead.
you were.
Really wanted that final hit. I know I would have hit him if I didn't file my fury of blows.
Yeah. It pleased me, though. You've killed a lot of enemies yourself.
This is true.
It's time to give it to someone else. Now, our MVP for the day. Actually, just before we do, let me just put something more pleasant on to end the episode on. I come first to Kenna. Your MVP for the day, please.
There was just so much that happened this episode.
And so much combat. Didn't even get to sleep after the ball. What a tragedy.
My suit is ruined. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You torched your
12
suit.
hours of like time stop.
Oh, I actually torched your suit, didn't I? I feel so bad about that.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I think the when we were just standing in the room and then suddenly Maldronic took 5 turns at once or whatever, and then the enemies were just gone.
Yeah, it was pretty
And
fun.
I would call that, yeah.
Matt, Rook, your MVP.
A funny moment that's not my MVP pick yet was in the very beginning when you said there was a man we didn't recognize on the who's dead, and then you're like, "Oh shit, it's your girl's dad." I thought that was funny.
I totally had forgotten you had Nalari with you. I was gonna have her have it unidentified until one of you had to break the news to Nalari, and then there you did. You walked her into the corpse of her father. Pretty brutal. Shouldn't be funny, but is.
And then we left her there.
My actual MVP pick was when you said that Selena's dead, and there was like for like 10 seconds there was dead silence of complete shock.
Mm-hmm. I like the way that some of you were like, "Oh no, Celine's dead," and some of you were sitting there going, "Can he cast Power Word Kill on us?" I was glad to not fire it at you. I will tell you that I rolled a dice for that. It could have hit any of you.
Wait, can I ask a quick question?
Mm-hmm.
You might not be able to answer this based off of behind the scenes stuff, but you asked me to roll something to get her back to life, and I rolled a natural 20.
If you had have rolled under a 10, Celine was never coming back.
Fucking hell.
That was one of my 2 MVPs, was your D20 dice roll. And Jamal, your MVP, please.
I'm gonna have to give it to a double thing. I'm gonna have to. One is actually the MVP moment for the break itself, so stream wouldn't know about this one. But the first thing was like the whole plan of things we had to do today. It's like, nope.
Yes, Lucius's plan of things to do, where he got to do approximately 0 of them and will never be able to do 1 of them. A true tragedy.
That's the first one, which was the one which was during the
easy.
break, and the other one is I'm sorry I had to fireball you and destroy your fucking suit.
I rolled a natural 20 anyway. It still sucks, but yeah, I rolled a natural 20 on that.
Josh, your MVP.
Part of me wants to say me arguing with Meldranic.
I'd like to point out that I think I would describe that as Maldranic arguing with you.
I don't think so.
Well, it was all good until he slammed you up against a wall and silenced you with a spell.
Well, sure, when some people are losing an argument, they have to resort to violence.
Yes.
To be fair, you deserved it.
Well, no, I think Maverick had a great point. I just think that he picked the bad moment to make it.
Give a fuck, he's useless.
Yeah, it's useless. This is 5 lightning bolts as he saves everybody's life. Anyway,
Yeah, and then in the other fight, didn't do jack shit and almost killed us all.
yeah, you're not wrong. I failed so many rolls on him. It's untrue. It's my fault, not his.
But I think I'm gonna have to give it to my girl's spirit snapping that guy's neck.
Yeah. The final blow. Good MVP candidate. Kira, your MVP.
Who's my MVP? I think I have a few. Under the Bed Kenna is great. It was bad adorable. I was like, oh, look at it. I'm fighting, and then look to the right, like, oh, come on.
I had a plan.
So like under the bed, Kenna, getting that kill on that fucking that wizard felt good.
Mm-hmm.
And I could almost give it to MVP if I didn't. Where the group almost had we almost had a really hard decision to make. Like Lucius and Maverick were like, all right, let's kill this bitch and let's find out what she knows. Everyone else is like, no, we don't want to do that. I'm like, I think she's an acceptable loss.
Yeah, I mean, I'd almost give it to Jamal's wild magic loss of control that grabbed Maldranic's attention.
Oh yeah,
you may well have killed her, and that would really have fucked up next week. Okay, and Brother Alari.
My MVP for this session has to go to the floor. I really feel like we all got really well acquainted with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little too well acquainted for it.
Well, I'm afraid I have
Like,
multiple
did the heavy
MVPs,
lifting.
and I'm going to give 2 of them to certain things I did myself, but they were a joy to watch. Firstly, the potion that Rook consumed was quite
Oh my
beautiful to
God.
watch as he turned into a god for a brief moment.
I think I did 600 damage.
You did. You did 648.
Fucking
And
hell.
secondly, in terms of things I did, the look on your faces when she screamed and there was a fucking corpse outside, and when Robus died, and when Celine died. It's nice to see you guys be so attached to NPCs. Mm-hmm.
Robus isn't dead yet, remember?
Well, yes, but when you saw his corpse-ish, seeing how attached you were to my NPCs was a real pleasure for me.
Was I the only one who thought that, like, I thought that when we walked in there, that it was like, oh, his brother did it.
No, I didn't.
Possibly.
I wonder if I can't have a little bit of an epilogue.
One thing I will say real quick though,
I will let
since you mentioned
if that's
the
for
NPCs.
Robus, I will let you do it next week.
No, not for Robus.
Oh, okay. In a moment, but yeah, go on. Sorry, what did you say, Jamin?
You're saying about attachment to NPCs. Let's put it this way. As far as Leovold's character goes, if Celine's like dead, then of course Leovold will be fucking distraught because Celine's like one of the only people that really seems to give a shit enough to actually help him.
Yeah.
Through all of his shit.
I'm glad.
So losing Celine, why do you think the wild magic happened constantly every single fucking time?
Yeah, of course. It's terrifying. A couple of my other MVPs that were quite exciting because this will reveal some behind the scenes stuff. Jamal's wild magic round, where he could easily have cast Wish or all sorts of other spells. I told you to roll for 3 level 9 spells off of a spell sheet. So you could have hit anything. And I kindly lowered Meteor Storm to a 10-foot range because otherwise you would have wiped your entire party and the room and everybody else with 300 damage and killed you all off permanently. So
Probably
1
even killed
mile.
Frank as well.
1 mile.
1
Well, it's a
mile.
dimensional space of only 50 by 50 foot, not where you
Well,
want a
okay,
Meteor
so
Storm.
it is a 40-foot radius on each meteor impact, but 40 foot that would have still covered the room. But it can affect anything within a mile, so I can choose that it would go somewhere within a mile. But yeah, landing on their
it
heads.
was only a 50-foot range, so because that was the size
everyone
of the
would have been
room.
hit no matter
Yeah, you
what,
would
really.
have killed your whole party, and I was
It
quite
would have
looking
been
forward to that.
goodbye, Drathnor Keep.
I decided that I didn't really want to wipe our whole party, so I made a limit on it.
Oh, it wouldn't just have been the party that was wiped as well, either, would it? I mean, let's
No,
be
I mean, you
real.
would have killed
Destroyed
the
the town.
NPCs, No, it was in an extra dimensional space, so it would
It
only
would
have
have.
been
It
that
would have.
space.
It would have
been
even
all
killed
of you.
Maldranik. So.
Oh,
you know.
yeah, Maldranik would have been permanent. All of you would. Yeah.
Maldranik's strong, but he's not that strong.
No. So that was a little moment for me. But my personal favorite moment for the whole episode was Maverick confronting Maldranik in that moment at completely the most inappropriate time in Maldranik's eyes possible. But for me,
Give
it
a
just
fuck.
showed Maverick's conviction, his determination, his frustration, and his lack of trust in Maldranik. And really, it was a wonderful moment in a dark way. That was my true MVP. Kira, you wanted a moment of epilogue.
Yeah.
Please,
I'm going
another
to-
God, tell me it's not for Clementine, because no one gives a shit.
No, I don't care about that. I'm assuming we're back in Drathnor Keep, yes?
No, we will pick up this episode exactly where we're leaving.
Okay, so then I will pull Maverick aside. Maverick, I saw you speaking to Yana and was it Gregorius? I think it was Gregorius about something silently. If there's something you need done, you can tell me.
It's not that I need something done. It's in case something bad happens. It's
Like
a
what?
fail safe.
I'll say. For yourself or
I've as my powers have been developing, I've been getting whispers of what my magic could become, and there's something that I could possibly be able to do, and I'd rather not ever use that magic in that way, but if ever I was to, I'd want it to be as clean and quick as possible. And to do that, I need a potion, a poison even, to bring someone close to death.
I understand. Well, if that's what it is. And here I thought I need to kill somebody.
No, not yet.
Well, and you see his face, you see Lucius's face, or my face, I guess, get dark and serious. If there's anyone you need to kill. The others may or may not have the heart for it. But whatever's necessary.
And there, we really will end. No response. Did you guys enjoy today?
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah, it's great.
Good.
It was very grim.
It was meant to be.
I kind of wanted Celine to permadie just to see what kind of ripples that would have, like, across the campaign.
Yeah, I kind of did too. But the dice roll how they do.
Leovold would probably be out of the campaign.
Even more of a reason.
But in general, no, I like permadeath on certain things, and it would have been nice to see. But we did kill off 15 members of the keep today. 16.
No, they're
I
not.
was
Stop
not
saying
expecting
that. They're not
Oh,
dead
right.
yet.
The 10 children are dead.
When you guys left the party, we found 10 dead children.
Yeah.
Do we have names on the ones who died?
No.
Okay.
They are not names that you'd know well. They are grandchildren of high-up nobles.
Was it Anakin who killed the children?
No. But what you should know is that these are all relations of Lord Bantus himself, who is actually of more noble blood than the king. The king was just older, so Lord Bantus is second in line to the throne. And his children, his grandchildren, his nephews, his nieces, those sorts of people, would be the next in lines to the throne. You were given a key piece of information which I think may have gone over some people's heads. Oh, we're just going to lose some cameras here. And that is that Celine is 5th in line to the throne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That did not go over my
when
head.
you see that she's
thought-
an elf.
I thought you misspoke there.
Nope.
Obviously, you didn't.
She is 5th in line to the throne, and she's an elf. That will be explained later on, but worth noting. So, to my players, thank you so much for playing. To my viewers, thank you so much for being here. And we will return tomorrow evening for a one-shot, where we will be delving into the depths in Milton.